Hello! Yes. Hi. Is the mic working? Yes, it is. Fantastic. Awesome. Hello. And welcome to episode 94 of the Chronicles of Nidum, run by us here at Dice of the Holder, streamed on the wonderful and amazing Heavyweight RPG. Yes, this stream already going much better than Wednesday's did. Sorry for that. Spelljammer will return next Wednesday. But more on that later. Before we go into the stream, as usual, a word about our sponsors. As you can see, they all now are on screen. First and foremost, the wonderful and amazing Loki Battlemats, a UK-based TTRPG accessory creator. There are many books of Battlemats, little, big, giant sizes, and their modular book sets are full of amazing artwork and an awesome backdrop to any tabletop game. If you want to find out more, please search Loki Battlemats, that's L-O-K-E, on most social media, Twitter, Facebook, or pop over to the link in chat, which you will find their shop, and you can shop for their physical maps. Or if, like we're going to test out tonight, you play online using virtual tabletops, you can pop over to DriveThruRPG, where you can find quite a lot of their maps that are available for pay what you want, and they are well worth actually forking out some cash on, so please go show them some love. Second sponsor, the amazing Sirenscape. Yes, the ambient sound that you will hear tonight is provided by our sponsor, Sirenscape. You can have many of the sounds you'll hear this evening from Dragonfire, fight noises, and they're going to shout at me if I don't do it, a well-placed Wilhelm scream. You can have those and more by popping over to Sirenscape.com. You don't even have to subscribe. You get 20 sound sets for free just to start you off, but it is well worth looking into the subscription as well. But yes, go over to Sirenscape.com because epic games need epic sound. And there we go. Thirdly, there we go. We are super happy to announce our new sponsor at Heavyweight RPG, which is Sparky & Co. Tabletop Miniatures to bring your games to life. Go to their Etsy shop and see their wondrous minis they have available. The link will be in chat in a moment. In true barbarian style.
Jesus Christ, you could have warned me in advance that there was a new one I had to go looking for.
No, I hate AD. In true barbarian style, if you use the code HEAVY, you will get a D12% discount. So yes, go share with your mini hunting friends. Can also be found on Twitter, and in fact, Twitch, I believe. As we all discovered that Sparky actually streams D&D last night when we joined his stream halfway through. Sparky_and_co. Apart from that, that's the sponsors done. Let's get everyone else up. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Greg can't wave at the moment. His arm is bad.
He doesn't have arms because they're drawn.
And
I'm deep faked.
Yeah. But yes, everyone on screen. What else is there to mention?
Party week.
You're a cunt.
Well, first of all, if you haven't already, please go join and subscribe and like and comment on all of our stuff. Join our Facebooks, Twitters, Instagrams, Discord by following the link that will be in chat very, very soon to the link tree, and you can join Dice of the Holder and Heavyweight Gaming's. I'm pretty sure we'll get Sparky's on this soon. You can also find links to our Spotify and our YouTubes, which I am falling behind on. But this week, because I've got it off, even though it's half term, Chris will entertain himself. Yes, this week I will catch up, and there will be many, many more, and we'll get up to date on all the Spotifys, and you can listen or watch our lovely faces for hundreds upon hundreds of hours. But yes, go join and subscribe to everything. More importantly then, last but by no means least, or in no way, shape or form least, this year, as in previous years, Heavyweight RPG, we've been involved as well,
I think you'll find it's pronounced Heavyweight RPG, actually.
He needs a new page just so you can stop making that joke or maybe find another one. I don't know.
Find another one, it's Greg.
I'll die first.
But yes, over the years we have raised upwards of £8,000 for various charities on this channel. This year we are not stopping. Hopefully we are going to raise even more. So please, if you haven't already, mark it in your calendars and come join us on this channel from the 24th to the 28th of July, my birthday week, where we will be running our Monday night game, When Glory Is Not Enough, or we're going to start a new campaign if we all die by then. But it will be the When Glory Is Not Enough crew running 12 hours of D&D a day for 5 days straight, 12 noon until 12 midnight. So please join us, where we attempt to make, in total, over the 5 days, what we have made over the last 5 years streaming on this channel. So yes, please join us. Bring some friends with very deep pockets. If you don't have any friends with very deep pockets, steal off rich people. They don't need the money. But yes, join us then. So, I don't think there's anything else.
No.
I've just realised I'm looking at the Streamlabs, and I'm looking at like, Cardiff Rovers tip 30 quid. Please put it towards Deliver Us from Mars. Yes, I remember now why this has happened.
Not Deliver Us from Mars, Deliver Us Mars.
Yes. Okay.
And if Ian is in the chat, thank you. We've got it. It's installed. I will play it next weekend.
Yes. Apart from that, though, is everyone ready to play some D&D?
Woo!
Don't I look ready?
It's really hard to say.
To be fair, you look
pretty ready.
You look like you're playing Tarkov.
You look so angry.
That's how I feel when I play D&D.
Okay. But yes, so last time on the Chronicles of Nidum, the party, after having left their first audience with Zeus, feeling in need of a shower, passed by the arena that Thor was fighting in. Ace decided that while the rest of the party investigated further the whereabouts of Athena and the goings-on in Athens, that Ace would stay behind and spend the day, or spend as long as it took them to get back, looking into Thor and what he was doing in Athens. The rest of you then happened upon the temple of Athena, where you were met by the High Priestess, who, after getting some insight into all of you, decided to trust you and took you to the Palace of Athena in the god's palatial district of Athens, where you found an empty shell, cold, no life in the building. Colder still, because as Oriana soon discovered, it was haunted by the recently deceased handmaidens or priestesses of Athena, who had died at the moment that Athena was slain in her dining room. It was after using your Hades-given gift to speak to these women and discover more about Athena's attackers and murderers. You then saw a door open in the opposite wall to where you had entered. A gap in the wall leading down into the underworld. Your friends also suddenly saw this once you came back to your normal senses, and you led them down. Down, down, down.
Deeper and down.
Mm-hmm. Where you were met by Hades himself, who, after a long moment where he was unsure how you were going to greet him, was very gratified that you ran over and gave him a massive hug.
Huggy gods, guys.
Yes, this is where we discovered that last week we discovered that the god of death is actually a massive softie, but only for Oriana.
God of the dead,
Yes.
not god of death.
Exactly.
He was pretty nice to all of us.
I do
I'd
not
say.
control the die.
It's true.
You had a long conversation with Hades, learning much about the goings-on in Athens, and after confirming your evidence with them, have discovered Athena was killed by the weapons of the gods. The only weapons in creation that can slay a god or push a god to final death. Discovering then that the wielders of these weapons were wearing ancient Grecian armor not seen in millennia, Hades inferred or prompted that perhaps you should be looking into Hephaestus, whose forge lies inside Olympus, the mountain/volcano now jutting up out of the center of Athens. You also discovered that upon a small prophecy, Aphrodite is due to also expire sometime in the next couple of days. Perhaps the one thread that does end with her expiring in the next couple of days shows her expiring in the forge. However, there are many other threads that continue, and those are the ones that you want to keep whole. So, Hades, with all of the new information you had garnered and a blessing, sent you off to rejoin your friend Ace. You exited the underworld and discovered that many hours had passed, and it was now nighttime outside. And so, realizing that you had left Ace alone now for a considerable chunk of the day, you hastened back into the city to find them. Ace, can you please roll me an insight check?
Okie dokie. I don't remember what my flipping insight is, but yeah.
Rich, I assume you missed something important there deliberately, right?
What was the important thing I missed there deliberately?
Who we saw
Everything-
after we came up from Hades.
Oh, yes.
That was just a little.
fine.
That was just a little
That's
thing.
fine.
It's not
That's
a
fine.
not a major occurrence.
That's fine. I'll let you
Okay,
tell
all right.
us that in character.
Okay. Ominous. Yeah, that's a 13.
13 on the first one.
Yep.
Okay.
Want me to roll again?
No, that's fine.
What am I doing?
I'll let you know now in a moment.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Hey, it's always so perceptive, you know?
I know that they are the personification of Thembo.
Watching then as your friends wander off into the city without you, you are bolstered by the fact that the reason you are in Gracia, the inspiration, the strength, internal or external, that you have felt for all these many months that beat back the fear after leaving Nidum and the fear of everything that has happened to you, now stands before you. There is an arena. There's maybe 2,000-3,000 people ringing the sides of it on tiered steps, looking down into this kind of sunken pit. You can see a few doors going off into the rooms that would house either gladiators or competitors or beasts of burden storage around the ring. However, in the middle of the ring, you can then see, towering above currently the 6 opponents that are swearing up against him, Thor. He is slightly softer around the edges than you remember your father describing. He is, again, huge. He's at least 10 feet tall, though sometimes as he strides and straightens up, just as the opponents come in to attack him, he towers over them even more, looking maybe 15 or 20 feet tall. Though he is softer around the edges, you can see still the muscles moving under the fat as he bats opponents to the side easily with the flat, like backhanding them across the face and sending them tumbling 20 feet across the arena. He has no weapon, he has no armor to speak of, other than leather trousers and a hide belt. and there are braces around his wrists. You can see then on a pedestal behind him, which is just below you from your vantage point, there is a simple, very few adornments, in fact, but you can almost feel the energy radiating from it, as it kind of pulls you with a kind of electric magnetism. It pulls your eye towards this small smith's hammer, just sitting on a pedestal, ringed by many other weapons for some reason that have just been tossed there. Some of them looking incredibly expensive, some look incredibly well made, but they seem to just be sticking in the earth around this pedestal or just tossed there casually. The hammer is the only thing you can see on the pedestal that has been shown some kind of care in its position. But Thor, then, reclaiming your attention, you spend a while watching him go through many bouts. The strength in him seems to increase as the day gets longer. The power coming from him, the thunder cracking every time his fist connects, the kind of spasm that his opponents go into as if shocked by electricity as he grapples them in a wrestling move and tosses them aside as if they were a piece of rubbish. As the sky begins to darken and the crowd begins to, I suppose, lessen, roll me another insight check.
It's worse than last time. It was 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay. There is no slowing of Thor's movements. However, it is obvious to you that the smiles, the laughter, the righteous war cries that rang out from him earlier on in the day almost disappear. Smiles and laughter non-existent. The war cries become half-hearted. He is easily still as strong, but as he is then given a slightly harder time by a small giant that tries to hammer him into the ground, you can see that while there may be strength in those muscles, there is a weariness, a tiredness that does not come from fighting all day. But the look on his face and the half-heartedness of his blows, he is just bone tired. Of what? You are not quite sure.
Yeah. Is it? I suppose it's not a good enough role to sort of have the insight to know if it's like physical or mental.
Not really.
Yeah.
It is, however, a surprise to you then, when the fight is over, you see the giant finally felled by Thor, who in this battle came close to picking up a weapon, but still did not. And through the power of their own muscles, the strength of their own blows from their hands, still managed to fell the giant themselves. However, you see them stare back at the hammer on the pedestal, and then turn and raise their hands in a half-hearted kind of gesture of who's next, as the giant is carried by 10 people, as they try and half-lift, half-drag them from the arena. It is a surprise to you, as you look up at the sky, same as Thor, that night has fallen, and you have been here for a good 5 or 6 hours alone. It is at this moment, as you look around, wondering where your friends are, that you see them, kind of jostling their way through the crowd, as most of the crowd now seems to be kind of moving away. There is only a hardcore, maybe 500 strong group of fans that are stuck watching, waiting for the next bout. But your friends return, find you easily, in the thinned out crowd.
Can we say on the way I have gotten hold of a bottle of something? And I'm just
Easily.
going to bottle of something, whatever the strongest thing I could find in one hand,
Absolutely.
and a pipe in the other hand. And I'm literally just focusing on what's in my hands.
Okay.
I'm just like, no, no.
On your way here, on your way to Athena's palace, if you remember, you did easily pass through like the tavern district.
Yeah.
So if you follow your own or retrace your own footsteps to get back, you would have to pass through the tavern district. So I can easily say something cheap and cheerful or something expensive and will definitely dull the senses.
Something that would definitely dull my senses.
Cool.
Get you some raki.
So we're looking for 40% absinthe or broke.
Please remove.
Raki, ouzo, absinthe.
Please
something.
remove 5 gold from your
Million gold.
Yeah, from your inventory. But you do definitely find something incredibly powerful, strangely fruity. Once you get past the is trying to blow your head off first couple of sips.
Good. Exactly what I need right now.
But it is a strange foreign fruit that is pleasing to the tongue, and the
At 40%, Rich, nothing's pleasing to the tongue.
No, after it stops,
Yes,
after the
good.
first couple of glugs where it stops trying to burn a hole in Oriana's throat, Oriana begins to taste the alcohol, or at least is drunk enough to think that she can taste the alcohol.
Yeah, like that's fine.
It's fine. I can totally taste it. It's lovely.
It's great. Let's be honest, Oriana's probably swigging it like it's water.
But yes, you all meet up as you see Thor kind of stride off. Even though it is now nighttime, he kind of goes under an awning, almost as if he's trying to get out of the sun, like pop into the shade for a bit of a rest. As you have seen him do, Ace, throughout the day many times between bouts.
Has the sun set or is it setting?
Oh no, the sun is set. It's dark.
Right.
So can we assume that there's torches and stuff lit in the
There are
Colosseum?
torches lit. The Colosseum itself is lit almost as if it is daytime. Now,
okay.
you can't see how.
The actual stadium.
Yeah, you can't see how, because the torches ringed around it are small. There's no real way you can see them illuminating the entire stadium itself. But the stadium is lit as if it is daytime. There is a perfect view for everyone of everything going on in the stadium.
So are we close enough to speak to Ace now? Can we see Ace?
Yes.
Sweet.
Hey, we found you.
I'm gonna perch. Is this somewhere that is? It's a coliseum, so there's seating, yeah.
Yes.
Imagine there's like benches on the lower bits.
You're all sitting on like stone steps, basically.
Okay, sweet.
So
I sit down and offer the bottle to Ace.
Yeah, Ace
Do you
takes a
want some?
swig. I'll take,
Nice one
take a
also.
gentle swig and then see how they feel about it. That's not a good day for you.
With this though, I am gonna say, because you've been drinking quite a lot of it, Oriana, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Gladly.
That'd be hilarious. I would love to see Oriana actually suffer the effects of some sort of substance. The
16.
woman's immune.
16.
Yeah,
Okay, you're okay.
I've got a +9 to my Constitution.
You're
Yeah.
good for now. However, because of the strength of the alcohol and because of how much you are imbibing, I am going to make you roll again throughout
Oh yeah,
before you go to
yeah.
sleep.
It's been a doozy of a day.
Tell me about it.
There's nothing like being just stared at by a god you really dislike, and then finding out. Well, not so much finding out. We knew Athena was dead, but knowing we know how she died now. By the way.
But I think we should probably discuss that in detail on the boat.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe a more private
Yes.
setting.
Something we
However-
can tell you, because it won't make any difference if it's out loud or not, knowing them.
We had a run-in with sepsis.
Huh.
Ace, they are wrong.
Really,
Just
really
start
broken.
chugging the bottle.
I'm gonna sort of gently take it from you and also take a swig again.
They separated Oriana from me and the Reverend, and made us sit outside. We couldn't resist at all, and warned us.
That sort of power.
Oh yeah,
They are just. I take the bottle back and carry on swinging.
you said veiny. You said veiny and drippy.
It's just veiny and drippy and so necrotic. So necrotic.
And they told us to leave. They said, as Oriana described it, that they owed us a favor for looking after them for as long as we did. There's a dog on the table. And that we should leave or deal with them.
Their advice came off more like a threat.
Yeah, I imagine it did.
It's not what you think, Kate.
Hmm?
The chat. Yeah, it's they're bad. They're real bad. They're not good at all. And I've seen dead stuff and some dark stuff. They are. And I just carry on drinking again.
They are, in fact, not dead, though.
Can everyone who has imbibed the alcohol that Oriana has please give me a Constitution saving throw at this point?
Dice has stolen a sip at this point.
Yeah, I've passed it around.
Oh, 17?
17, you good?
Damn it!
My con's pretty
What
good.
am I adding to it? Con save.
Con
Con save.
Oh, okay.
This should be good.
25? I'm somehow better than...
You're soberer.
It's an 8 plus a 7, so a
15. Yeah, you're good.
15.
You're good for
I'm
it.
fine. I was just like, maths.
You can
I'm guessing the Reverend isn't imbibing.
No.
Just watching Oriana put it away.
You're all you can feel like the warmth rising from the alcohol, but it's not currently. You're not drunk, basically.
Slightly high colour.
Yeah, rosy cheeks, but you're all right.
So, on that subject, we are going to need some help with what we need to do. And perhaps people of a deific nature would be useful. And so I think maybe we need to have a conversation with your god. If you can get him sober enough first.
Yeah, he looks like shit.
Yeah, he looks really bad, Ace.
He's definitely going through it. I haven't quite pinpointed what.
Could I do a medicine check on him from a distance?
Yes, the DC will be higher than it would be from up close, but yeah.
Yeah. 21?
21, okay. From this distance, especially now he is kind of almost half out of sight, it is difficult still to tell exactly what appears to be wrong with him. However, he looks, for someone of his size and girth, the first word that comes to mind to you is malnourished. There seems to be something about him that is lacking, as if he's either using up too much of his reserves and not replenishing them, or appears to be drained somehow. There's nothing physical, nothing instantly you can tell about him. He appears to have no injury. Considering the day, perhaps, that you expect that he spent fighting. There are no bruises, no blemishes, no marks. However, he does then look up at the crowd, and you can obviously see like the burst blood vessels across the face of someone who has been drinking heavily, almost constantly for a very long period of time. His eyes, though, at least from this distance, appear to be alert. We can't tell that much more about them as he kind of looks around.
Ariana,
Uh-huh.
what day of the week is it? Oh, I don't know what accent that was.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Got to get down on Friday.
I've got that stuck in my head. As you said.
What day of the week did Odin look absolutely terrible on?
Any day that wasn't a Wednesday?
Well, I'm just wondering if it's something to do with the
Tuesday.
day
Oh
of the
no,
week.
he's just malnourished as fuck.
It
He needs a
was-
good meal and a night's sleep.
Okay.
Trying to picture that in your mind, Dice, that was
Mhm.
Tuesday. And you knew, or you inferred, that the next day when you saw them and they were in their prime, because it was Wodan's day, that there is perhaps not enough energy to sustain them throughout the week at this point. At least for Odin, anyway. If this still stays true for you, or for all of the gods you've met, then today would be the day after Thor's day.
When he'd look best. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, so
because
by the end of the week, he
because
might
it's-
look.
yeah, because it's only the day after, you don't expect that much of a drop, perhaps, if your line of thought is correct, at least.
The question is, Ace, do you want to fight him in this state, or do you want to fight him at his full potential?
Oh, full potential for sure.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a clean fight if I didn't.
If we had a way to get him to the boat, I'm pretty sure Aurelia could make it so that we couldn't be overheard within it. If we could maybe have a frank conversation. I don't know if he's allowed to leave, but at the very least, we could talk to him.
I'm not entirely sure. He seems to be either in this arena or shackled to Zeus's throne.
You
Yeah.
hear
Well, we can certainly inquire.
you hear a cough from behind you. I believe
Hello?
if you are looking for a fight with him in his prime, you are going to be waiting quite a while.
And you
Why so?
are?
And as you turn, there is a rather handsome, if quite skinny, dark-haired gentleman, all long black hair, kind of swept back, flowing down his back. He wears kind of black Grecian robes, but you can see then he has kind of a more foreign kind of dress sense of trousers and just a shirt underneath, and he is holding a goblet, but not one you would expect to find in Gracia. It appears to be carved from horn and is beautifully decorated with rough, uncut gems all surrounding
Loki?
it.
Loki.
Yep.
Hello, Loki.
Uncut Jam.
How are you?
Sorry, I got
So
caught
what-
off guard by Grace.
What you're all saying is I should try harder next time to
Yeah,
fool
you're
you.
not subtle.
Mm-mm. Also, we've met
I
you.
pour some of what I'm drinking into his cup.
You'll like that. It's good.
I'd rather not. I
Well, now
have
it's
You'll
in your
also
cup.
take his cup and drink.
I have issues with the imbibing drinks that I have not chosen for myself. And there is a flash in your mind, all of you. There's a flash in your mind, a picture of Loki tied to a tree, having poison from a giant snake dripped on their head.
Okay,
He
fair enough.
literally watched me drink it, but fair enough. And I'll
Also-
down his drink.
You've downed his drink. Roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
No. You're mixing drinks now.
Oh. That's a nat 1 for a total of 10.
Oh, good God.
You are poisoned,
Oh no.
Fun, fun.
and that poisoned will last until you have a long rest. There is no further saves. You have the condition poisoned, and you also have one level of exhaustion.
Oh, god damn it.
I, had you not been so quick, would have potentially warned you perhaps not to imbibe the spirits of gods. That's an old...
Ariana can normally take anything, but
I can take this. It's fine. I'll sleep it off.
That is an old family recipe, and there's not much of it left, at least in this world. Perhaps, and he takes the goblet back out of your hand and clicks his fingers, and it disappears.
I follow it a little bit, like, oh.
He clicks his fingers, it just disappears.
so,
Spoil sport.
do you want to come with us to meet your brother? You could perhaps help us make sure no one can hear us?
Perhaps not the correct moment.
When would you say is the correct moment? Because we could really use some help right now.
We literally saved your life.
We sure did.
Well, considering I'm immortal, and that would have continued until the...
I'm sorry, we made your life much less unpleasant.
Yes, thank you.
Potato.
There is a chance for you to meet them now, if you wish. The final bout is about to start, and the challenger has taken ill.
Did they drink some of your drink?
No, they died.
A bit more than
How?
ill.
How did they dry? Dry? How did they dry out? Radiator? Washing line?
They refused my coin when I tried to buy their place in the tourney.
Were you going to fight Thor?
So
No,
towards the
I
death
have been watching...
you.
Yes, I've been watching our good friend Ace here for most of the day, and was perhaps trying to engineer a chance for Ace to meet their heroes, as it were.
You ready for a fight, Ace?
ready and willing, but doesn't feel like a fair one.
I suspect
I mean, they
fighting
are a
a
god
god
and
in...
you're human. Let's just... Maybe all we've done is even the playing field here.
I feel like I just saw him catapult a full-grown person into the sky. So,
Done that too.
Exactly. So even playing ground.
Yeah, we've just brought Thor a little bit lower, down to your level, so that you can, you know... That looked like I was miming sex. This alcohol's quite strong, I'm sorry.
You should drink more. And I shove the bottle in your face.
Okay. Don't expect help from us, Ace, because I don't think we're helping today.
Like
Give it back to Orion.
Reverend, you're reminded that for the most part, while you've been like shooting guns for the last couple of years and like gallivanting around the countryside saving refugees, these guys have in the last year blown up a train with their hands. By doing nothing more than making some some shapes in the air with their hands, and killed a beholder, raised someone from the dead.
I don't think the Reverend's ever gallivanted. He doesn't seem like a gallivanter
You're
to
right.
me.
That is the
He's
wrong.
travelled.
Name in
Travelled.
vain.
You're right. Gallivanted doesn't seem like a
I feel like he mosies, if anything.
Mosey. Yes.
Moseyed is more appropriate for Reverend.
Such a
about
reverend
countryside.
thing. He absolutely moseys. Yeah.
Well, so as not to disturb the order of events, I do suggest you sign up quite quickly. And
Okay.
Go.
Loki kind of points
Can I
at
go?
the Master of Ceremonies, who is currently having a very heated debate with someone with like sheafs of paper and large sacks slung over their shoulders. The Master of Ceremonies is, by the way, this like incredibly well-dressed in Grecian fashion, but it doesn't really fit him because he's an ogre.
I was imagining that they were too big, but now I'm imagining that they're too small.
A little bit.
You need to tight.
I can solve this. I'm going to take a mouthful of the alcohol and grab one of the nearby torches,
Okay.
and I'm going to breathe fire.
Okay.
So
Don't
spit
do
the
that with
alcohol
that.
into it, but at the same time cast control flame to make the fire even bigger,
Okay.
and then sort of just wave at the Master of Ceremonies and then point to Ace.
That'll do it.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
Gladly.
With advantage.
With disadvantage. Disadvantage
Oh,
for
no.
being poisoned, though.
Yeah,
Disadvantage for being drunk? That's fine.
Actually, you
Oh,
have that
that's sad. 'Cause
disadvantage.
one of them was a nat 20. But it's still persuasion, yes?
Yeah.
19.
19.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
No, 19.
Everyone in the arena, like the 500 strong crowd, looks at this flare of flame. Every eye is on you right now. And then a second later is on Ace, as you are wildly gesticulating at your friend sitting next to you. Even Thor looks up for a moment before looking back at the ground. And as you look around you, looking at Ace, you realize that Loki has disappeared.
I also cast Prestidigitation to make Ace glow.
Okay. The Master of Ceremonies kind of turns their one eye towards you, and you realize they're not so much an ogre as a cyclops.
Yeah.
And kind of you feel the heavy footfalls as they stomp over to you. What?
Your next competitor.
Hi.
How did you know we needed one?
Intuition.
The way you were arguing with each other. Call it woman's intuition.
Or whatever's intuition.
Very well.
I was like my intuition, but yeah.
Signing up alone? You're signing up with a group?
I can come
I
with
mean, I'm
you if
happy
you
to
want.
join you, Ace, but if you want to do this on your own, I will completely understand.
I'll try it solo.
I thought you would.
Okay. Do you have the 10,000
Life
gold
insurance.
buy-in?
The what?
Yes.
10,000 gold.
Oh, right. I literally didn't hear you. That's why I was asking. I was like, the what?
Hang on a second, Dace. You know, it's pretty short notice, and you don't really have another competitor, right?
Just for competing and entertaining the gods.
Mm-hmm.
If you
I
survive,
mean, you wouldn't want it to be cancelled, right?
if you survive, we will double your buy-in. If you win, we quadruple your buy-in. And obviously, you get the best prize of all. And he gestures towards the arena. And as his hand goes out and he points at the hammer on the pedestal.
I mean, we have the gold.
We do have the gold.
If I beat Thor, I get Mjolnir.
I think that's the deal.
I think that is what he calls it. He mumbles a lot. I do not know. But yes. It sounds
Ace,
right.
are you,
I don't know how I feel about that, but okay.
Ace, are you sure about taking this fight on solo?
We are willing to help.
It's
We can let you take the lead and just be there to support, but
he's been ending bloodlines over there most of the day, and he doesn't seem to be
Blood.
slowing down none.
Okay, if you guys would feel better about it, I'm okay with it.
I feel like if you feel like you have to meet your god in a test of strength, your companions
I feel
are
like I'm
part
get
of
another
your
opportunity
strength.
for that in the future. Or
That too.
I would hope.
That's as may be, but also don't forget that the people you surround yourself with are your strength as well. It's
Yeah.
not
It's
not
deep.
cheating to have companions.
Okay, let's take them.
Okay, yeah, so why if we go in as a group, but we let you solo this and we'll step in if you asked us to?
Sure.
Yeah?
can do
Or
that.
just if you think I need it.
Look, if he takes half your, if he knocks you like really, really low on your first hit, we'll help. Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
Looks like all of us are entering your pit of death. How much?
I don't have so much of the buying.
Oh, that's
we can
okay.
cover that.
We really do.
I'll give you.
I forgot. You guys have got like 1,000,000 gold. The Reverend's
Yeah.
got bugger all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was it 10,000?
650 is still a decent amount.
So the reference about to discover exactly how much money we're at. Like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
So how much for the buy-in for all 4 of us to fight?
I won't vote you up.
10,000 gold.
Still 10,000
Oh.
gold?
Okay, awesome.
Sweet.
Right.
If one of you
Alright.
wants to die or 4 of you want to die, it is still 10,000 gold.
Okay, so
don't- I think any of us want to die. Does that change the price?
No, but it perhaps would have you thinking twice about entering at all.
I'll put in
I'm
5,000. You guys put in 2.5 each, so I'll cover me and the Rev. You guys cover yourselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
How
you're
much do you
dead,
want me to put
guys.
in?
You are not in my debt. 2,500,
2,500.
both of you, and I've taken 5,000 out, and still have over 20,000 gold.
I've got more than that. I'm still at 35.
I can't even remember where my gold is on my character sheet. So
Inventory.
Equipment.
I know, I'm getting there.
It just says like 1,000,000.
Yeah, yours might not have the right number in even. So
I don't even think it does, no. I can't even
s-
find it.
stick like 25,000 in. You should have that, and then take 2.5 off.
I just realised I'm entering this with a level of exhaustion and poisoned.
Yeah, you're making a huge mistake.
Has anyone got greater restoration?
Ace is taking the lead, so it's all good.
You mean Great R?
Great art.
Great art in
Has
the
anyone got
space
any great
station.
Just
Oh yeah, I've got 20,000 gold currently.
yeah,
So
So
does that
take
sound
off.
about
Just
right?
yeah. Take off.
Just took 2.5 off.
Also, because obviously it may have been a while since you've played a paladin, looking at Oriana
Oh shit, I just added it.
and
instead.
seeing how kind of drunk Oriana is compared to the rest of you, there is something you can do about that, Ace, without even
don't take
spending
this
a
away
spell
from me.
slot.
Oh yeah, I have that thingy thing. to
Lay
do.
on hands.
Ah, yes.
I just feel
yeah.
like,
I have
5
before you
points of
do
lay
that.
on hands.
but before you do that, and I just finished the bottle.
I grab it, take a sip. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Hey, Reverend.
Cleansing touch you're on about there, wasn't it?
Yes, so if you use 5 points of lay on hands, you can do some stuff.
don't need to. I'll fight this in the situation I'm in.
No, that's fine. I've done it now.
Yeah,
but also,
why?
Reverend, is that thing loaded?
Yeah.
I hope you're a quick draw, and I just launch the bottle into the air.
Oriana, you are no longer drunk,
Aww.
and you are no longer poisoned. However, you still
Still
have 1
exhausted?
level of exhaustion.
That's fine. How does that even actually affect me?
Exhaustion.
Yeah.
Bear with me, and I will tell you. 1 level, you have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that bad.
Who's Tabby?
Yeah, not so very sad, Tabby.
Tiny fey creature is sad.
Yeah.
Who's made Tabby sad? We will all come and fight them.
Yes.
Sibling, probably.
Potentially a nightmare.
Oh.
We will come and
Oh.
fight their nightmares.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you are still exhausted, but no longer poisoned and no longer drunk. So, the Master of Ceremonies is looking at you disbelievingly as you just start handing him, handfuls and handfuls of
Just stood
gold.
there with our purses going 1, 2, 3. I said, that weighs about right there.
However, he then hands that off to the person who has all the packs slung across their shoulders, like a very well-dressed, debonair-looking bugbear standing at his side. Hands him all of his coin, and he puts it
I
into
wink at it.
one big
I wink at
pouch.
Bugbear.
The bugbear smiles and winks back at you. And then to the arena.
Let's go.
And he stomps off towards some steps that take you below.
Hey, Ace,
Yeah.
have you looked at your shoes recently?
My shoes. And then I look down
Yeah.
at them.
Do you,
What
do you
about
remember
my shoes?
do you remember getting them? On what they do?
Does the flying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you'd forgotten.
No.
Okay.
You've never flown.
No.
Since you had them, you've never chosen to fly. Literally in situations where, like,
I think
flying
we've
over,
carried you and cast fly on you in this situation.
like flying over a
And you
gap
could
could
have
have
flown on
helped.
your own.
Mm-hmm.
I remind you that Aces of Thembo.
No, I know.
Aces of
That's
Thembo that likes
part
to
of the
be
reasons
carried.
Ariana loves them so much. Like, sweetie, your shoes.
Yeah. Aces of Thembo that likes to be carried sometimes.
Good. And don't we all?
Baby.
Who doesn't want to be the little spoon sometimes, right? But no, you are taken below into dark corridors, very dimly lit, and led what you believe is probably almost the entire length of the arena, so that you are entering through what you know, Ace, is to be the large double doors at the other end of the arena opposite Mjolnir, where most of Thor's opponents of the day have come from.
Mm.
It is then, when you step into the arena itself, you are stunned by the silence. The crowd above is muted. You can hear nothing but the crunch or the soft kind of shh of your feet as they touch the sand and the broken stone of the arena floor. And as you stare out across this long, long arena, you see waiting for you, standing there, towering above you, is Thor. They kind of pull at their long ginger beard,
Much
Can't
like
be
someone else,
so much.
you know.
and there is a loud burp that kind of rings out throughout the arena. And they just kind of gesture, come. And I would like, sorry, everyone to take a look at Roll20. It should now
Oh god, I've got to jump back and forth between two tabs.
I thought you were going to ask for initiative, so I rolled. It's pretty bad.
I see. Why is there a line drawn in front of me?
I drew a line by accident. That one wasn't me, though. That was someone else's line.
There is math. Okay.
There we go, it's gone.
Where are we? We're like all the way over here. Okay. So is each tile going to be
5.
10 or 5?
5.
5, okay.
I would like everyone to please roll for initiative.
Nah, I
Would you
don't
like
want to.
me to use the roll I just did before you asked that? Or can I roll another time?
Roll fresh.
Okay. I prefer that.
Motherfucker.
Okay, it's better. It's better. It's still not great, but it's better.
Mine's dog shit.
Okay, Ace.
I'm back.
Have you rolled initiative?
No!
Yep.
No, I was doing parenting.
Ace,
hang
what
on.
was yours?
Are they feeling better now?
Yeah, fine. What was your initiative, Bryce said?
Oh, mine was 16.
16. Okay, dice.
Mine is true to form. Mine is 6.
-6. How'd you manage that?
No.
Oriana.
3.
Oof.
I rolled a 1,
Reverend.
baby!
20.
Nice. And there we go. Okay. And let's pop it over to the battle map so now everyone can see. There we go, that's better. Fantastic. Cool.
Oh, look at me at the bottom of initiative.
So, you're all in, and when the fight music starts, there we go.
Fight music by D12.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go. Okay. Reverend, you are first.
I will hold. I'll prepare an action to take an attack if Ace looks like they're in serious trouble.
Okay.
Reg,
Mm-hmm.
because of Tabby, I didn't get to say. I was going to click over to Guardian Armor before I walked in, just to make sure I had the right armor up.
Okay. Using your special, like, once per long rest ability to just change it on the fly, yeah?
Yeah, so I'll just flick it over to Guardian Armor.
So you all noticed as, like, dice just expanded as you were walking towards the arena. So you are preparing an attack action, Reverend.
Yeah, I'll take an attack action if I'm under the impression that Ace wants me to.
Okay. And okay. Thor just looks at you, strides forward. Give me a second. Okay. And it's just going to stop more towards the center of the arena. He does nothing else. Ace, what are you going to do?
That is a good question. I was going to cast a branding smite on my hammer, Thunderstrike. In preparation. I think I can. Where's he moved to now? Sorry, I'm just checking out the. He's still quite far away. Ew, I can't get there in one movement. But I'm going to make movement towards him.
Okay.
So that'll be sort of prepared. Oh, sorry, I'm drawing on the map instead of actually moving myself. Good start. I can't select my tile to move.
Give me a sec. If you click on the cursor. At the
Oh
top
yeah, I
left
got
of the
it.
screen.
Yeah,
My bad. Right, so that would be 1, 2, 3 I've got, isn't it, for movement?
No, 6, because it's 5 feet each.
5.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like 3 lots of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll move there and I'll have prepared branding smite, if that's okay with you.
Okay. As you move forward, then, this is going to be a bit funky for turns and speaking for a purpose which I hope will become clear to everyone. As you move forward, you can see Thor kind of peering at you. And now you're more on the level with them. It's almost as if this kind of magical sheen has been taken off them. There is a paleness or pallor to their skin. Their eyes are much more sunken in their sockets than you realized earlier. They are very bloodshot. And he kind of peers out at you.
Okay. Is there any way I can do a insight check during this, or can I not during combat?
I'll let you do an insight check.
Yeah, I just want to see. The reasoning I want to do that is just to be like, is he within his own power at the moment, or is he completely coerced? Like, is he a puppet, sort of thing? Yeah, that was a 15, so I don't think I'm going to see shit all, to be honest. But what say ye, great DM?
He's currently just kind of peering out, bleary-eyed at you. And a strange smirk comes over his face. There has not been Very many. At least that I can remember, that have entered this arena adorned with my symbol. Who are you, little one?
Ace Kovac of Nidum.
And why do you have the hammer on you?
Quick law check. Did I get that from his father, or did I get it from somewhere else? I can't remember.
He's just like gesturing at all of the runes, the symbology on your person.
Okay, how did I
not
get
just
it?
the hammer. Just
Okay.
like, the...
How did I get the symbol?
Yeah.
My father.
Was your father some kind of fanboy?
You could say that. I would say more a devotee.
Ah. Clerics. We should not take long, then. And that is the end of Ace's go. So, Dice, what would you like to do?
Yeah, okay. So I want to move. What's my movement speed these days? 35? Yeah. 35. So I can move myself, right?
Yes.
To there.
Okay.
Which is going to make it really hard for me to see what's happening. Because of the way you've actually got the shadows working.
I've actually got the shadows working. That's the important
I'm gonna go
thing everyone has to remember.
We'll go to there. I want the cover. But in preparation for, actually, do you know what? I'm gonna move again. I'm gonna I'm gonna dash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Now I can see Thor.
Okay.
Anyway. And that is all I'm going to do. But I do have a reaction if at the end of Thor's turn I believe Ace to be in danger. Just so you're aware. Okay?
Okay.
That's it.
No problem. So you're not going to hold an action. You're just going to rely on your reaction.
I can't. I have to dash to be able to see while
point.
still keeping some form of cover.
Good point. Oriana.
I guess I'm going to hold an action.
Okay. What are you holding? It's not necessarily something I have to ask the Reverend, because it's probably going to be, I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah, he's currently on they're currently on baby duty.
Yeah. But are you holding a spell?
Yeah, I'll hold a spell.
Okay, what spell? Because if you hold a spell, you lose it. If you do not use it. You still lose the spell slot.
Okay, instead of that,
Okay.
is Ace still within 60 feet of me? They are, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I give Ace a bardic inspiration.
Okay. Which I believe is a D12 now for you?
No, it's still a D8.
D8? Okay.
It'll remain a D8 as well because I'm not leveling up Bard any further.
Ah, okay. Yes, that's why. Okay, yes. So D8. You have a D8 for add on to any saving throws, ability checks, or attack rolls.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I guess I'll move.
Prepping some attack dice and hoping, with all of my hope, that Mochi doesn't come and try and eat them.
Okay.
I think she's gone to sleep, so it should be safe.
Nummy, nummy, click, click.
Yep.
I will move to here.
Okay. And back to the top of the round. Reverend, I'm assuming still holding their
Action, yeah.
their action. And Thor just kind of smiles lopsidedly and then staggers, and you can now see like the kind of drunkenness in them as they stagger towards you. and they are just going to remain there.
Okay. Is it back to Ace?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm still holding that that smite, and I'm gonna use my full movement again, so 30 movement to get myself a little closer.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call up at Thor and say, "You gonna leave me have the first move, or are you gonna take a move?"
I was just waiting for you to get a bit closer. And they hammer their foot against the ground, sending like a tile from the floor and a large chunk of rock attached to it, kind of dancing up into the air to hover for a second above them, or before them, in front of them, before they, with incredible speed that you have not noticed until now, whip out their foot and kick it straight at you.
Okay.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Okay, I think that does hit me actually. Yeah, just.
Okay. You take... There we go. You take 47 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie doke. Oops. Not 74.
No. Don't do that. It's going to be over a lot quicker
No.
than it's supposed to be.
Okay. And, great, who's next now? Dice?
Yes, dice.
So was that a prepared action that he had then? Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, he was holding his action.
Okie doke.
How much damage did you do?
47.
Ace, any kind of signal from you before I take my turn?
No signal from Ace.
Fine. Okay. I'm going to wiggle around the pillar a little bit to make sure that if he moves towards Ace, I can still see him. Because from where I am, it won't work very well. So if I go there, I can still see him, and I'll be able to see him if he gets closer. I might lose some of the cover, but whatever, that's fine. And I'm going to hold an action for ranged bladed wings.
Okay.
Because I have a sneaking suspicion that my usual thunder and lightning damage won't do very much in this situation. So I'm going to hold a bladed wings attack.
Okay.
For the time being.
Cool. Oriana.
I'm guessing also nothing from Ace.
No, Ace is being stubborn at the moment. They want to get a first shot in before they decide.
Then I guess all I'll do is move. I'll come hang out with Dice. And yeah, there's nothing else I can do really. I'm not attacking.
Okay. Back to the top of the round. Reverend holding off until the signal is given from Ace. And Thor is going to use the rest of their movement to bring it in close and just square up to you. Seeing your friend behind you, waiting in the wings with their gun kind of leveled, is just going to smile. And then is going to look up to the sky, and you see their eyes start to crackle like blue-white. And then they throw their hand out in front of you, in front of them.
Okay.
And a lightning bolt.
Does that get my held action?
Oh yeah,
all?
sorry, your held action. You can do that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll to hit. Oh, that is cocked. Can't do that. That is... Sorry, out of practice with this. Okay, yeah, so that is 19 plus 14, so that is a 33 to hit? Question mark?
33.
No, not.
19
Yeah,
plus-
33 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, gonna use Thunderstrike, obviously, on that.
Okay.
So the actual thing, I'm using it at using it at second level
Okay.
at the moment for Branding Smite.
Yeah, let me have a look, because your weapon is weird as well, so I want to...
That's okay. You do that while I roll the initial damage then.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 4 plus. It's not a huge amount of damage, but we'll see. Yeah, 4 plus 1d8 plus 9, isn't it? So.
Yep. So it's 1d8 plus 9, and if you want to, 1d6 thunder damage.
I don't think the thunder damage is going to do much to him, so I won't bother.
You do also, though, however, get... and this is... Where the hell is that gone? Because you are a paladin. Improved Divine Smite. So you get another d8 radiant damage on top as well.
Plus my one from Charlie, yeah?
No, that's...
No, Connor, that's damage.
Can't add it to damage.
Oh, it's 2 roll to hit, okay.
Yeah.
So I can hold on to
Saving
that
throws
for a minute,
and
yeah?
things. Yeah.
Cool. It's alright, so my roll plus 8, plus my d8 roll, which was 8, plus 9, plus, what was it? You just said another d8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a 7. Am I adding anything else to that, or is it just the d8 on its own?
No, just the d8 on its own. And
Okay.
you've done the 2d6 radiant damage for the Branding Smite as well, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
Done that. And
The total?
should I bother with the 1d6 lightning, or is that going to do shit all?
If you want to.
I'll do it just to be.
Okay.
It's a...
You need to You need to separate that for me then.
Okay, that's a 2. So
Okay.
there we go.
Even
So
half damage is damage.
it's a 28
Okay.
on my initial damage,
Okay.
I'd be immune.
and then 2 on the lightning damage.
Okay. As your hammer arcs forward through the air and strikes him as his eyes begin to crackle and his hand goes out, you can see lightning gathering in his hand. The lightning surrounding your weapon dissipates an instant before impact.
Okay.
He is completely immune to lightning damage.
Yeah, I guessed as much.
However, your hammer, you know how hard you've hit him.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen how powerfully he has withstood blows up until now, watching him fight all day.
Yeah.
To see his hand drop, the lightning stop, and him stagger a step back, a huge, angry bruise already spreading across his bare chest, is a shock to you.
Mm. And to
It
him?
appears he is... He looks up at you with shock on his face. It appears he is vulnerable to radiant damage.
Okay.
And he looks at
question.
you. Yeah,
I've got that thing where I can do a second attack, don't I?
you do.
Can I do that?
Absolutely
Can I
can.
be a complete bastard?
Yeah,
Hmm?
you can.
My attack, the spell doesn't come into thing that I'd have to recast, would I? Or I can't anyway for the second attack. It would just be melee, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
Okay, let's do that then. So roll
However,
to hit.
because
Yep.
you're a paladin,
Mm-hmm.
after you've confirmed that you've hit,
Mm-hmm.
If you would like to burn a spell slot
Yeah.
to cast Divine Smite, that adds another couple of d8 on top as well of radiant damage.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that. What level do I have to burn that at? Can it be second again?
Yeah, it's your currently it's whatever spell slot you want to burn. So first, second, third, fourth. Hang on, first,
Okay.
second, third, fourth.
Does it affect how many d8 I can have on that, or?
Absolutely does. Divine Smite basically. Where's that gone?
Sorry, it's at the bottom of actions, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, your Divine Smite, basically, for every level of spell... Where the hell has that gone? There it is.
Yeah, you got to click on it.
Every level of spell, up to a maximum
Yeah.
of 5 additional d8, gives you an extra d8. So level 1, 1d8. Level 2, 2d8. Yada, yada, yada.
Okay, I'm going to be a bit of a dickhead then and use third level on that. Let's go.
Okay.
I hit him as well, I think. That was a 17 plus 14.
That hits.
Yep.
Yep.
31. 31. Right, so at third level, how many d8 do I get for that?
An additional 3d8. And another
Okay.
d8 because you have improved Divine Smite as a paladin.
Yep, did my other d8 go? Oh, there we go. So, right, so I get... Sorry, repeat for me.
1d6 plus,
Yeah.
plus 8 weapon damage.
1d6.
Oh, sorry, 1d8 plus 9
Oh.
weapon damage, I apologise.
Sorry, so 3, yeah, plus 9.
Plus 4d8 radiant damage.
4d8. Okay, so I'll roll 2 to start. A 5 and an 8. And then a 2 and a 6. Which is 33. And then I'm not going to bother with the plus 6 on the rate on the
Lightning.
lightning, no.
No.
That's fine. And then do I plus 9 to it for bludgeoning as well? Or
Yeah.
yeah, so plus 9. So 42 total.
Okay. Again, you rock him to his core, and he now stares up at you, or stares down at you, sorry, because he's still quite tall.
Yeah, I am small.
Kind of.
I'm okay with this.
With eyes much wider than they were before, a shocked look on his face. From where does your power come?
From you and your father,
Roll
or
me
at
an
least my belief.
roll me an insight check.
Sure. 14.
Many emotions like dance across his face, but you now see the predominant ones are fear and more than a little anger
Okay.
at the mention of
Little
his
bit
father.
spicy.
And once more his eyes crackle and he does throw his hand forward. And I am going to need
Mm-hmm.
Ace
Yes.
and the Reverend, who I'm assuming is
Ooh.
not here, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You know, I'm just going
Oh.
to throw it out there that Greg would probably have moved the Rev into cover if he was holding an action. I don't think he'd have left him just standing there pointing a gun straight down a long range. That's not really Greg's style.
No, or the Reverend.
Or the Reverend's style. This wouldn't
Yeah.
make much sense. I would have said that Greg would have moved the Rev to the side.
Fine.
Thank you.
Jest
Was it-
Ace, then make a dexterity
was it-
saving throw.
Was it a D8 that I had from the thing from Charlie? Can I use that on the saving throw?
Yep,
Yes.
You can.
Okay, it's a D8, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 6, so... Oh, sorry. 6. There you go, so 20 altogether.
Okay, 20.
Yeah.
There is there's a
Can I-
huge
Can I just
burst.
ask what was the DC?
17.
Right, okay, that's fine.
There is a huge burst of crackling energy that comes from his hand, that a lightning bolt just flies out and strikes towards you, and you just manage to dodge out of the way. However, you do still take 55, so 27 points of lightning damage.
Sorry, 27, did you say?
27 points of lightning damage.
Jesus Christ. I'm glad I missed that.
However, you are
Yeah.
resistant, remember, because you have
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
aura of
true.
warding, so you are resistant to everything.
You own everything.
Well, you've got resistance to damage from spells, and this is, I'm gonna say, technically a spell.
Okay, so I didn't take 27 damage?
No, you took 13.
15 damage. Okay, sorry, I already took 27 off, so I'm just going to work out what is out of that.
For 14 back on.
Yeah, I'm bad at math. I'm using a calculator. There we go. That's a little healthier. I'm not too bad off.
Thor kind of looks at you.
Yeah, I'm over half, so I'm good.
Thor looks at you now as you just take this lightning strike in your stride.
Yeah, and just shake it off.
Drop the hammer.
That doesn't seem very fair.
Fine. You can be armed. I will only use fists. And he is going to make 2 strikes against you.
Okay.
That's going to be a 16 on the first one.
Miss.
Okay. It's going to be a 25 on the second one.
Okay.
Okay. You take
Yes.
35 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. 35. Oops. Also, I can't type today. Right, they are officially below 50% of their of their
Health.
Hit points. Does that mean Ace is now going?
Ace sort of like is sweating a bit now and sort of like gives a little glance over.
That'll do.
Dice and Oriana high five. Let's do this.
Ace, Thor kind of looks at you. Tell him when I send you back to him, broken and bloody, he can come and apologize himself.
He sent me to find you. He didn't know where you were.
A likely story. Dice, what would you like to do?
It's the end of his turn, right? Before it's my turn. I want to stop him pummeling Ace in the first instance. So, this is not going to work against Thor, but can I have a strength saving throw, please?
Yeah.
As a reaction. It's before my turn.
That's going to be a 30.
Yeah, I didn't see that going very well. Okay, that's fine. I'll just take it off anyway. I tried something, but it wouldn't have made much of a difference. It would have just pulled him away. Instead, then, I am going to use a Shardland Stride to come in behind him, so I'm not hitting Ace with the flames that come off my feet. Do you know what it does? I can't remember. I haven't done this for a while. So, a Shadowlon Stride, billowing flames of a dragon blast from your feet, granting you explosive speed. For the duration, your speed increases by 20 feet, and moving doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, that's fine. When you move within 5 feet of a creature or an object that isn't being worn or carried, it takes 1d6 fire damage from your trail of heat. A creature or object can take this damage only once per turn.
Okay.
So it'll stay up, basically. My feet will stay on fire.
Okay.
Which is so weird. So Oh, I can cast it higher than third. Hang on, I'd forgotten about that. Okay. Yeah. So I'll cast it. I'm still going to cast it at third level anyway.
Okay.
So it's just 1d6 of fire damage, but it's a bonus action and it'll stay up.
Okay.
So I'll do that first. So fire damage is 5 damage.
5 damage.
Mhm.
Okay.
To come in behind him.
Okay.
And I'm going to go, sorry, yes, you were kind of taking a pounding. And then I'm going to do Bladed Wings, the melee version, as the main attack action.
Go for it.
I can't remember how. Hang on. Right. I would have liked to have stopped. I have reach, so 5 feet. Oh, no, because then the feet wouldn't have worked. No, I'll stay where I am.
You haven't moved.
Oh, I forgot I had to do it myself. There.
Now I'm moving you on the map this week.
Yeah, what? Nonsense. I missed my actual thing. Right, to hit, that's going to be 26 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Okay, and the damage from it's 1d10 plus 5. So that's going to be 7. Nice. 8, 9, 10, 11. 12 damage, 12 slashing damage.
12 slashing damage.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think, well, I can't. I've done a reaction bonus action and an action in the last 30 seconds. I don't think there's anything else I can do. Oh, I've got 2 attacks per action though. Does that count for Bladed Wings as well?
Yeah, they don't have a reload time, so.
No. Second hit then is going to be 21 to hit.
21. Ooh, hang on.
I thought his was 21.
No, 21 hits.
Yeah.
Yes. So that would then be 14 on the second hit.
14 on the second hit. Okay.
Yeah. And I remain on fire. With flaming feet.
As you get closer, you see Thor kind of looking over his shoulder at you. You can feel the anger radiating from his eyes as he looks down at you. So you will not drop your hammer. And now you show your weakness by having your friends help you.
My friends are my strength.
We
They
shall
are my
see.
family.
Can I comment to him, if I've got time, and just go, Ace is one of your few remaining loyal followers. Why are you beating them up? It's very confusing. So.
And you hear in an almost as if he's speaking to himself. I do not deserve followers.
Oh.
Is this why you're bargaining, Milnia?
As you're speaking, he uses his reaction to reach behind him and grab dice.
He can try.
Yep.
He can try.
Natural 20 for a 34.
Hang on a minute.
Dice is plotting.
See, I can't move, which is a shame.
You can fly.
Yeah, no, it's not that, but with, I should have flown up at the end of my turn. What was I thinking? Anyway, it's fine. Because I wouldn't have taken an opportunity attack because of a shuttle and stride. I'm an idiot.
It's not an opportunity attack. He's using his reaction to grab at you.
Yeah, but me
You're-
moving wouldn't have provoked an opportunity attack, so I could have gone straight up without...
Your turn hasn't ended yet, but he's using his reaction because you've struck him to grab you.
So you can fly up, is what you're saying.
If I can get him off me.
Yep.
Which I won't be able to do. Because
However,
there's no way I'm going to beat
as
that score.
part of this reaction,
Yeah.
he's going to grab you in one huge hand that almost completely encompasses your torso and throw you over his head down at the floor next to Ace.
And I'm guessing Ace can't do shit all that.
You take...
As I fly then, can I just go, rude?
Well, you take.
I cast Featherfall before dice hits the ground.
It's not a fall, so probably not.
He's not throwing her into the ground. He's kind of like slamming her into
He's
the ground.
pile driving me into the ground.
Yeah,
You,
so you're at WWE.
You're being slammed into the ground.
you take 35 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that's okay. Although I am immune to critical hits.
I know, because
Okay,
it's got
that's
adamantine in it. That's why you take 35 instead of 70.
Haha, that's fine by me. 35's not awful. That's okay.
However, you are now next to Ace, and you want to fly.
Wait, it's still my turn, right?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I do think that might mean I need to see if it means that Ace takes 1d6. Oh no, it's only once per turn, and I've already used. Let me read the spell. I need to know if it's going to hit Ace or not.
Is Ace going to do a sad?
Depending on the wording of the spell, Mel,
Yeah.
you didn't move towards Ace. You were
It's-
moved towards
When you
Ace.
move within 5 feet.
You were
Yeah,
moved.
but technically I'm on fire and I'm within 5 feet of Ace. It
You're also,
seems.
You're also prone.
Oh, so let's say my feet are
You're
sticking out.
also immune, so it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. All right then. Yeah. So rather than standing up, I'm just going to get to the point where I have 1 foot underneath myself and launch myself straight up.
Okay. How much movement do you have left?
So from where I was, well, a Shadowland stride increases my movement by 20 feet. So from where I was, it would have been 5, 10, 15, 20. So I used the 20, so I've still got 35 feet. So I'll
Okay.
just go 35 feet straight up.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'll go 20 feet up.
Good, because you don't have that much movement. Because
Why?
you had to get up from being prone.
I didn't get up from being thrown. I just flew up.
I challenge even fantastical people who have wings growing out of their back to fly from laying
prone.
down on their wings.
Is it getting up if the seat is doing it for you?
Yes. All right, we're nitpicking now.
Yeah.
But yes, so you're 20 feet up in the air, yeah?
Yeah, 20 feet's
Okay,
fine.
so I just want to remind myself that you are... let's say that means flying. Cool, okay. And it is now Ariana's go.
Hey, can I get a wisdom saving throw from Thor, please?
Yeah?
Don't know how that's going to go for him.
25?
That passes. But
I did think the god saving throws were going to be pretty good.
yeah, it's why I used a cantrip just to check.
It's worth a try, right?
I'm doing Toll the Dead. So it
Nice.
is 3d8 half.
Rich, we need to take a break soon, so I got to get the kids to go to bed.
Okay.
I know it's in the middle of combat.
I thought
Sorry.
they were in bed.
No, they're all still running around upstairs. Can't you hear them? They're very happy.
Well,
It's 20 half to 10 of necrotic damage.
okay. They don't take any.
Is Thor immune to necrotic?
No, it's a cantrip. You don't take half on a cantrip.
It's true, it's win or lose on Toll the Dead.
Or take 1d8 necrotic damage.
They only take
Oh yeah,
it.
it doesn't specify it, but it just
Yeah.
yeah, fine, it doesn't take any. Never mind.
Okay. No worries. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, there's nothing else I can do unless. Yeah, we'll go there. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I can do.
Cool. So,
Can none of you move into my line of?
We'll try.
okay, back to the top of the round. We've got
I can only cast a spell carefully so many times.
the Reverend. So, let's have a look.
Avoid wild magic rolls so many times.
Should we move him closer but keep him in cover?
He's got 200-foot range.
Oh, right, never mind then.
So
Maria's.
the Reverend is going to pop out of cover and is going to use bad news and is going to just miss Thor with the first shot. And
Hopefully that doesn't mean it hits me.
no, it doesn't. Is going to use their second attack action to reload, and is then going to use their third attack to fire again for a 17, which does hit.
Nice.
That's going to be when that decides it wants to work. Okay. It's going to be 18 points of piercing damage as the loud booming shot does rip straight through kind of the flesh of Thor's shoulder.
Oh, he's not wearing armor, is he?
And Thor just kind of looks at you all. So my father did not want to apologize. He just sent you to assassinate me. Very
We don't
well.
want to kill you.
This is nothing to...
For what?
We just want to talk to you!
We figured the best way to get your attention was to commit to what you are doing.
Gods and their daddy issues.
Seriously?
Roll a persuasion check. Ace.
Okay.
With advantage.
With advantage? With advantage, right, Rich?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, good, because I rolled a 4. Oh, nat 20. Yeah. Plus
It's where Ace has like -3. Somehow.
5 plus 5. Oh no, that's perception. What was I doing?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Plus 4. There we go. How's that look?
You are not here for my father.
Well, no, we wanted to speak to you. You're my patron.
And if you survive, we can speak. And he's going to strike out twice, once against Dice and once against Ace.
Okay.
20 feet in the air, yes?
Yes.
I feel like he should have been more
Which is
persuaded.
why he's like 15 feet tall. No.
That's fine.
So that's sorry, on you, Dice. That's a 15.
No.
Okay. And Ace.
Wait, what was your to hit then?
Oh, 15 to hit
Against
Dice.
me.
Definitely not hitting me then.
No, it was against me.
Oh, right, I see, you've got a separate one.
Mm-hmm. Against Ace, it's 32.
Oh, there we are, yeah, that hits me.
Ace, you take 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow,
I'm still
not looking
standing.
well.
No, but you're still up.
I know, I am still standing. I am looking unfuck well, though. Was it 25, did you say?
Mm-hmm. No, 28.
Oh, even better. Yeah, I'm on 22 health currently, if that gives you content.
Okay.
Context, even.
He's then going to stare up into the sky. And once more, his eyes begin to crackle. And... Dun, 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 dun. The skies begin to darken. The clear skies, the bright lights of the stars above begin to disappear as heavy,
Counterspell?
thick... Okay, go for it.
Look against the god, but go ahead.
What level counterspell are you casting?
Let's go with a level 4.
Okay, level 4 counterspell.
I remember how to do this now.
And give me a second.
I will be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Level 4 counterspell.
So if he's casting at 3 or lower, it says no effect.
Mm-hmm. But he's not.
No.
Can you please roll a d20?
gone under my phone. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat
So
20.
exactly.
Okay. And you see the clouds begin to once more dissipate as Thor then turns his crackling, like, white blue eyes towards you, Oriana.
Just wink at him.
And that's the end of his go. Ace.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a heckin' heal if I can. Don't know what my best shot's gonna be. If it's gonna be lay on hands pool for myself, would that work?
Yes,
Action, isn't it?
but it is any healing you do to yourself is an action.
Mhm.
Sorry, any healing you have that you could use to heal yourself is an action.
Okay. And then do I still have my second action to
No.
hit with? No.
Because that's only if you use your action to attack.
Okay, let's give it some welly then. I am going to do. Sorry, I'm just having a thinky think. I'm going to use Branding Smite at 4th level.
Branding Smite at 4th level. Okay.
Yep. And let's hope the dice gods are with me. Let's see. No, they certainly were not. Fuck. Shit out of luck on that then, no. Can I have another go at hitting him? I know it won't be using that same spell slot, but...
No, Branding Smite only takes effect when you hit.
Oh, when you hit?
Yes, if you
Okay.
cast
Can I do
Branding
a
Smite on
second
your
swing
weapon.
then?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. That's cocked. I'm going to use a different dice. That is a 6. No, both of them were a 6. So
Plus
6 with a plus 14. So I don't think 20 is going to do it.
No,
is it?
his AC isn't as high as you think.
Okay, so the first one hit then.
All right, cool.
I was
for
just
it.
being defeatist.
Go for it.
Yeah, so that's at 4th level. So it's 4d6. Radiant? Let's double check. Sorry, I'm just... Yeah, 4d6. So there is a 6. Sorry, I'm just getting my calculator back out.
Okay.
6 plus 3. And then... plus 2 plus 5. Plus... the 1d8. Which is a 5. Plus 9 is 30. And do I still get the can I do the extra d8 of Divine Smite as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on every hit.
Okay, that's just a 1 on that, so it's 31.
Okay. 31 points of damage. Okay.
Radiant, just to be clear.
Cool. Okay. As you strike at Thor, you send him to his knees. And as you raise your hammer for your second strike, he reluctantly lifts his hand in an act of surrender and holds it out towards you. I submit.
Can I take that as an official ruling, or is this a trick?
I submit.
Okay. Is there a crowd present, or is it just us?
Oh, there is a crowd, like,
Okay.
looking down at you all.
Yeah.
I am, as you have proven, no longer worthy.
I wouldn't say that. No, yeah, I help him on.
He smacks your hand away as you go to grab for him and help him up. Take your prize and leave me.
Actually, you said we could talk if we want.
Yeah. My price
We
is
really
your,
want to talk.
my price is your time. So
We do not want to take your hammer.
no.
It is not mine anymore.
You need to stop being so pessimistic.
And he kind of staggers to his feet and wanders back off to his rest area.
Okay. I'm gonna follow him. You agreed that you'd speak with us, so if you want to take some time to yourself first, that's fine. But we'd like to have you back on our airship to talk, if that is permitted.
You may speak with me here. I am not allowed to. I prefer it here.
Okay. Would you like some time to yourself beforehand?
A moment.
Okay.
All
Let us
I
know when
ask.
you're ready. Sorry?
All I ask.
Mm-hmm.
Do not leave her there. And he nods out towards the hammer.
Okay. I'll make sure she's safe with us.
And as Thor then goes for his
So-
rest,
Yeah, just before he turns away, you say it's only we're only safekeeping. I'm not claiming her.
he gives you no response and just hangs his head. However, as you step back out into the arena then, to go and claim your prize, or at least put the prize into safekeeping, we're going to go on a quick break, because I have to put my child to bed as well. So yes, we're going to go on a very quick break. We will be back
Not mine then.
in about... you just did yours. We'll be back
No, I
in
didn't.
about 10-15 minutes. Don't go anywhere.
No, I'm gonna.
Be right back.
See you soon.
See you in a minute.
Hello! Yes, we've returned. As you can see, all four of us still there, sitting down, perfectly still, eagerly awaiting the rest of the story. But yes, where we left off then, in part one, you had Jest, shockingly, it would seem by the looks on the faces of those in the crowd and the look on Thor's face himself. So he exacted a resounding defeat on him. And now, as he rests and gathers himself, you are stepping out onto the sands and broken stone of the arena towards the weapon pile surrounding Mjolnir. What would you like to do, Ace?
I'm going to pick up Mjolnir.
Okay.
Should she allow?
Roll me a athletics check, please.
Okay.
In fact, no. Roll me a religion check.
Religion. Okay.
Mhm.
My dice went under the table. That was a 6, and I have a +5.
11.
Yep.
Okay, roll me a athletics check with advantage.
That's a 10, and that is an 8. So it's a 10 plus 18, so 28.
Okay. With a 28, as you attempt to lift, it is insanely heavy.
Mm.
It kind of slips out of one hand, and even though the handle or the haft of the hammer is very small, at least it is a one-handed hammer. Very obviously a one-handed hammer. The haft is much too short to be wielded with two hands. You need both hands to pick it up and hold it and wield it. It is uncomfortable, may take a bit of getting used to if you were to use it as your own personal weapon,
Yeah.
but it requires two hands to wield, at least for you.
Okay. So, worthy but in need of some some strength still.
The feeling you get, though, as you hold it, while the hammer is heavy, you now feel lighter than air.
Okay.
You can feel almost as if winds are buffeting you from below,
Mm-hmm.
asking you to fly off,
Mm.
to join the storm.
Okay.
And you can feel a rumble, like a vibration through your fingers, not of electricity, it's not static,
Mm.
almost as if there is an echo of thunder, like the hammer contains a storm. And you can just feel that storm just rolling inside the metal of the hammer.
Ace is feeling pretty cool right now.
To the rest of you, as Ace goes to pick up the hammer, and you watch on, for a moment, Ace looks 10 feet tall. It is as if as they lift the hammer, they grow to tower over you. But then as Ace turns to bring the hammer back towards you, you blink. And Ace is their normal height as they stride towards you once more.
Weird.
Boop, boop. Fred?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Thor is waiting.
Okay.
You can see now the dejected looks of his followers and fans as they realize that not only is the day over, but perhaps also Thor's very long winning streak has ended as well. And they begin to very quickly shuffle off, emptying the arena. You can see the Cyclops just kind of wave from up above, and he pulls out a saddlebag and then pulls out 4 more saddlebags and tosses them into the arena.
Merci beaucoup.
And he too wanders off.
Does he look sour about it?
Oh, I hope he
He
does.
He
How
looks.
much is that?
That's you've got your 10k back.
Mm-hmm.
You've got an additional 40,000 gold.
So we each
What, as a
put
group?
two 500 in, didn't we?
Yeah, I put 5, but yeah.
You put 5, we put 2 500. And then...
And an additional 4, so we get an additional 10 on
each.
top. Yeah.
That 10, like I'll add my 5 and my 10 back, but the Reverend gets 10.
Yes. Yeah.
You can use
So
the
I'll-
Reverend the other 10.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
will
3,500
allow.
and 10,000 I'm adding, yeah?
I will allow the Reverend to.
You're
later-
adding 12,500 back in.
Yeah.
You'll allow the Reverend, sorry, love?
to later argue that or not.
What if he wants any?
Yeah, that's fine.
Argue it all he likes. We've put it in his coin purse and hooked it onto it.
Yeah,
He's not here to complain. He's looking very vacant right now.
As you step back over to Thor, you realize very quickly as you look on at them, any injuries they sustained during the battle are gone. The bruises, the blemishes on their skin have healed and disappeared.
Do they look ill in the same way that Hades looked ill? Is there a similarity?
Yes.
I might be able to help.
It appears
Or
to be
we might be
either
able
an
to help.
overuse of their energy or a drain of their resources is what is affecting them. But now, as the arena empties, the fight's won, they've never looked so tired. Their shoulders slump, they sit very heavily in the chair.
Excuse me, Mr. Thor.
Mr. Thor.
Oh, shut up. I don't know how to address gods. You'd think I'd be used to it, but no.
By their name?
All right. Hey, Thor. Will you get in trouble if you are out of reach for the duration of our conversation? If I could put you out of reach for a few minutes. Stop it.
How would you go about this?
A little pocket dimension. It's temporary, and it will return you here. There's no permanent risk of you running off. But I also don't want to put you in danger.
I am a god.
Sure.
I am never in danger.
I'm just going to look at it.
Speak.
There's literally a god killer going around right now.
You want us to just speak openly here?
Yes.
Okay.
If there were a god killer in Athens, there have been many opportunities for them to enter the arena and kill me.
Not
They
that
have
kind
not.
of killer.
Killed Athena the other night.
Athena has argued with Zeus once more and has gone on sabbatical.
Oh, no, you don't understand. I see dead people, and Hades is my god. She's dead.
Like real dead. She's currently a
Dead.
tornado.
I'll roll persuasion on it.
Roll persuasion, please.
I'm helping. Does that give advantage? Not that Oriana generally needs it, but...
Yeah.
That's a nat 20 for plus 90, plus 16, so that's 36.
Okay.
She's dead, Dave.
For pity, dead, Dave. Oh, Kachansky.
If I believed you, I would still not be worried.
Is that because you have a death wish?
I do not have a wish for death, but a wish for a fine end.
What if you didn't have to end?
Oh, so they seem to be the really sneaky catch you unawares sort of killings.
Hey, Ace?
Everything must end, little one. Even the gods have their twilight.
Yeah, okay. 1 second. Ace, if you can pump some sort of divine healing into him, he might feel a little bit better. Oriana did it with Hades, who was also looking quite rough.
But I don't draw my power from Hades. Ace does draw their power from Thor.
Oh, I don't. I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be better than me drawing power from him to get.
Big brain. Good point, both of you. And I'm going to pat him on the leg and go, yes, but what if there's some stuff you don't know? And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level using my spell storing ring.
Okay.
So I think it's 2d8 at 2nd level. I don't have it on a spell list generally at the moment, so because obviously I've got it in a ring, why would I bother?
Cure wounds
Correct.
at 2nd level.
Correct.
Okay. That is 2d8 plus. What is your spellcasting? Wisdom, yeah?
Yeah. No, intelligence.
Oh, sorry, intelligence plus your intelligence bonus.
Yeah. I don't know what my intelligence bonus is.
It's on your character sheet.
Thank you. That's very helpful. I don't know what I'm looking for. Like, which bit? Is it just the
plus near your intelligence?
So +5.
Yes.
Right, thank you. So 2d8 plus 5. Ah! 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 hit 20 hit points.
Okay. Nothing happens. You feel the spell leave you. Roll me a perception check or an arcana check, whichever.
Definitely Arcana for dice, I think. Yeah. 29.
Okay. You sense the energy flow from your hand into Thor's body, and almost like a lightning strike, traveling straight through an object to ground itself immediately, you feel the energy sucked straight down towards Thor's ankle.
Huh.
But there's nothing
Invisible
there
chain.
until, as you focus on it, the illusion breaks and you see a thick, heavy chain sparkling with some strange material, and the chain leads off and kind of, there's no, the chain just appears to fade. The further along the links you go, the more immaterial they become until they're just invisible.
Okay. I want to inspect.
Just next to a mic then.
Yeah, that just echoed.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. It was bad.
Sounded like someone's phone. Yeah.
I think it's yours, Rich. I'd like to inspect the chain.
Inspect the chain.
Yeah, like bring my fingers close to it and see if it's absolute. I'm sort of ignoring Thor at the moment. Sorry, Ace.
Okay.
Ignoring a god casually.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana check again.
The joy on my face. This is like my wheelhouse. You know what? I'm going to add Flash of Genius to it just to really bump it up. That's going to be 33.
33?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you inspect it?
So, a couple of ways. I want to see if bringing my fingers close to it is going to give me a hum of energy or make me feel like it's going to hurt me if I touch it. If it's not, then I'll inspect it with my fingers. If not, I'll have to just visually inspect it and see how it was attached and if it's purely arcane or if there is a physical manifestation somewhere that I could destroy. I want to work out how to take it off.
Okay. As your fingers get close to it, you get maybe 6 inches away from the chain itself before you feel power. And it is a power that you are familiar with throughout your travels. There is a necrotic energy emanating from the chain itself. And it is strong. And you feel that if you touch this, without the constitution of a god, you would not last as long as it appears Thor has.
Even though I'm resistant to necrotic.
Even though you are resistant to necrotic.
Okay. And I can't see anything else that would give me a hint as to how would remove it, except to get Zeus to remove it.
There doesn't appear to be there's no clasp, there's no lock, there's no seam in the manacle that is around Thor's ankle. You can't, mechanically, you have no idea how this closed.
Okay.
While Dice is doing that, I'm just gonna sort of turn to Thor and ask, how is it that you came to be enchained by Zeus?
I do not know how much of my history you are aware of, but I used to drink quite a bit. And I drunkenly made the bet with Zeus. And here we are.
So it was just something that happened while you were very drunk?
I cannot remember. I have been very drunk since. And it was hundreds of years ago.
Is it something that Zeus may speak to us about?
Speak to Ariana.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Sorry,
Many
Ari.
have tried in the past to argue my case, but the promises of gods are not so easily broken. My
We have,
promise is until Zeus perishes. I
Tempting.
am indentured to him for life, mine or his. I kind of wish I had not surrendered, and I had let you kill me.
We wouldn't have done, I'm afraid.
You could not have done. I would have returned. You could now, though. And he nods towards the hammer you are now holding, Ace.
Yeah, we super need your help. I know that you're probably not going to believe that based on your current situation, but we really need some divine intervention.
Whatever was divine about me was lost long ago.
No. Otherwise, Ace would have no power at all. And Ace is one of the most powerful people I know.
Mm-hmm.
And the bravest, and one of the kindest. And that comes from you, the power, not the kindness. That's Ace's alone.
It is but a memory of power I once held. When I was at my most powerful, and I could count my followers in the thousands, the sacrifices they made, the wars they fought in my name. I have little power left, which is enough for one follower to use.
The thing is, I think perhaps you have more power than you think. The chain that is attached to you is sucking any attempt to help you away, and may also be draining your power away.
Now you've spent a moment studying it, Dice.
Mhm.
The sparkle inside the metal is not metal itself. It seems that the manacle is infused with, and as you look on, a familiar mineral.
The green gem.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, shit.
So wait, does that mean that that Mr. You know who I mean, might be
Zeus.
yes, but I'm trying not to say it, you fool.
Okay.
Obviously,
I'm just
that's,
checking that that's who you mean.
Yeah, you know the big guy. Might be in league or have had dealings. Ori, look, Ace, look. There's green.
It's the crystal from the Empire.
Sure is.
explain why no one's actually ever seen the war. If there's actually no actual war, there's a deal going on between Zeus and the Empire.
Or not Zeus. Depends who made the chain.
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus. It would make more sense.
And
Someone
make
had to make
it-
the chain.
and it would make Zeus would make an easy scapegoat.
Sure, everyone would believe it, right? We have two big brains for this boy.
Maybe.
If
You don't remember what the bet was. Thor.
I do not. All I know is there were a great many witnesses swore that these were the
Well-
terms of the bet.
Was your brother a witness?
My brother is
I'm not sure he could have been.
My brother is not here.
Not
my
right
My
now.
brother is still tied to the Baldrchilde.
Ooh.
I do not even know if the Baldrchilde is on this side of the Divine Gate or not.
Oh, it is.
It is.
We've
Been there.
Wait,
Loki might not be attached to that tree.
There was no Loki attached to the tree. That's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
give me your hand. He reaches out his hand towards you, Ace.
No
Okay.
crap.
I give.
He
I
takes, your,
keep, but with
he takes
nerves.
your
I
hand.
give.
At first, you get a picture of Thor's eyes floating in the sky of your mindscape. He just seems to be watching your surface thoughts. What are your surface thoughts currently, Ace? What is Ace thinking?
Mad at me.
Yeah.
You're scared he's going to be mad at
Please
you.
don't be mad at me.
Okay. Do you wish to roll a wisdom saving throw to prevent Thor from probing any further into your mind, or are you happy to allow it?
No, Ace would be fine with the information being known, but is nervous that they're going to upset their god, basically.
Okay.
So
Do you want to roll a save?
no.
Okay.
As if you knew the answer to that.
I'm sorry, Thunder Daddy.
So, as you open your mind then to Thor, allowing full access,
Mm-hmm.
it is as if every moment of your life that has led up until now just develops before you like a play. Your childhood, strangely, though you are certain you can remember every moment clearly after a certain age, you can
Yeah.
remember every summer, remember every hot day working with your father. Those memories are blurry.
Mm.
The forge, perfect, crystal clear. Your
It's
father,
not my dad.
a void in your memory.
No.
Until the day you leave Nidum, and then your thoughts begin to slow. And you remember first visiting Tau, freeing the captured humans, setting them on the airship and sending them away. You remember fleeing from the Empire, stopping in Porth Tal, moving on to Cardiff. You remember Londinium, Calas. They pause for a moment. At the Ashen Rider, below the corrupted tree, who once Dice, with a very well-timed heat metal spell, freed and became the memory of your father. the raven.
You what? Sorry, I
boy.
didn't hear you properly then.
When you freed the Ashen Rider and they became... Thought. They became Hugin. The small boy who was also a raven. And reaching Paras, freeing the entire empire from the yoke of the elves.
Again, oopsie.
And travelling all the way through all the perils you have witnessed and faced to this moment.
Does that include my time in the other place?
It does.
At war.
You feel him slip away from your mind, and he releases your hand. I was wondering where my belt had gone. And he points down at your belt that you won from the Frost Giant in the arena in Paras. You may keep it with my blessing, child.
Thank you.
In your words, describe your father to me.
Is Ace going to be able to?
As you begin to remember, the void is gone. You can perfectly see your father, every detail of their face.
Okay, so maybe just block from Thor then.
He was hot.
He's a very tall man, very broad. Dark hair and big, thick, bristly beard.
Bushy beard.
Very kind eyes.
Easily flustered.
Not unlike me in that respect. Even though he's not my blood, we definitely share some traits.
He looks to you, Oriana.
Mm.
Would you say beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ace.
I mean, I tried, but I never got lucky.
I'm glad to hear that, because I always thought that you did.
No, Ace, no.
Is there, if you remember clearly, Ace, is there any wood or natural material from the forests that your father would not work with?
Do I have to roll history on that?
No.
No?
Your father would find a way to create tools out of any spare metal in the village and any spare wood, stick, branch, anything. And the tools were either massive, heavy, sturdy, or beautifully intricate in their design. However, now that Thor asks you this, you never questioned it before in your entire life. It's just been the same as long as you can remember. But now that Thor has asked you, you do find yourself second-guessing the strangeness of why your father banned mistletoe from the house. Just one thing in the entirety of existence that was banned from the house, and it was mistletoe.
Mistletoe. He didn't like mistletoe in the house.
We always assumed it was to stop Oriana trying to kiss him at Christmas.
He got real mad when I tried it once.
Right?
Mad.
Mm.
Understandable. Yes. Take my hand.
Okay. I'm gonna take Thor's hand again.
Okay. You are in a familiar space. It is familiar to you because you spent, at least by your reckoning, many years there, going slightly grey at the temples, earning a few more scars in battle, felling Draugr and frost giants as easily as breathing. However, you are not there this time. Thor is leaner, a more powerful figure, but still with his mismatched face, bushy ginger beard. And you can see the frosty blood of giants scattered over him. Next to him stands Loki, bow in one hand, dagger in the other. And on Thor's other side, you see a young, beautiful, not yet wrinkled, not yet slightly burnt from years in the smithy. But you see a young man who is the image of your father,
My pa.
or at least the man he was. And Thor releases your hand once more. Is that your father?
I don't understand. How is he there?
I have known your father for a very long time. We suckled at the same teat, as it were.
Are you trying to tell me that pa's a god?
Closer to mortal than God. But with some of our divinity, yes. Do you know your father's name?
I've always called him pa. All I know is that I took his surname, Kovac, sorry.
Do any of you remember anyone calling him by name?
Did I ever hear it? Did I ever hear it?
He was the smith.
We called him Smithy.
Or Papa S.
Papa
Or,
Kovac.
or by his surname.
Never Mr. Kovac, though. He was never that formal.
No.
Your father is Balder.
Oh.
Ace is going to be very taken aback.
Wow. Adopted by a god.
Why didn't he ever tell me?
You will have to ask him. But the patron of your village was always one to try and collect the powerful for their own bidding.
Marcus.
That is what he's calling himself now, is it?
Yeah.
What did you know him as?
To me, he was... I cannot remember his name, but
That's convenient.
we called him Fenris. There was a Norn who prophesied that his actions would bring about Ragnarok. But he would not tell us what his plans were.
That's interesting. Thank you.
Marcus would break around Ragnarok?
Makes you wonder if he was involved in the original split.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to have a word with him.
You've got to catch him first.
Can I ask, do you know much about Nidum? Other than, obviously, what you've seen through what I've been able to show in my thoughts.
I know it was not the first or the only. And as long as
Or the current.
Marcus's plans continue, it will not be the last.
Are his plans sinister?
He would not share them with us. So I do not know. But I trust him as much as I trust my brother. The evil one, not the nice one.
I was about to ask you to clarify there. I did guess you meant one that's usually portrayed more evil.
I am glad at least that one of my brothers has found happiness.
Subject of your other brother. Did you happen to see in Ace's thoughts what happened to him?
I did.
You see that we had no other choice, right?
There's no good one.
What you say, little redhead, is truer than your purple friend. You had their choice, none of them good.
We were very young. We were younger than we are now. I know it doesn't seem like it in time, but in experience.
I have met ancient and bent fellows with less wisdom for their long life than you have earned in the space of a year. Experience means more than time. That is not, by the way, me saying we're going to change to XP leveling instead of milestone. So,
Damn it.
Damn it!
you had the request of me.
If
My
we can
time
free
grows
you from
short.
Zeus. If we can free you from Zeus,
Your time might not grow as short for a start.
What
Would
I
you
meant
fight
was
with
I have
us?
to go soon.
Why?
if we can free you, would you join us?
Join you in what?
Fighting.
Breaking down the divide?
Well, that's one of the major problems, yes. And then you would have access to the celestial realms again. To go home.
Home is a place filled by family. It would appear the only family I have that I wish to see again is already here.
Aww. Ace, I think
Sure.
that's you.
Or maybe my dad.
It is both. Child of my brother.
Ace is going to get very teary-eyed because
Wait,
they've
that
not
you
known
should
any other
Ace
family before.
Balderson.
Sorry, excuse me. My cat is doing mischief.
Okay.
Doesn't that mean your name should be Ace Balderson?
It's less cool than Kovac.
Ace Baldrchilde.
Baldrchilde. Baldrchilde. Correct.
I think Ace Kovac is cooler. Less accurate,
Kovac is
perhaps.
Let's all
Why?
know.
Thor might be a gruff, drunken asshole, but he's not going to go around misgendering his his siblings' children, right? It's Ace Baldrchilde, not Ace Balder's son. Baldrchilde,
Nephew.
child of
Yeah.
Balder.
Yeah.
He's nibbling.
Why are you so convinced that you are going to die soon?
I am not.
You just said you would have to go soon.
I think that's because Zeus is going to call him back.
Oh, you mean in this current time, not in general, because...
Yes. Not everything is, especially with the gods, not everything is always so definitive.
Hmm.
Sometimes we do just talk of mundane things, like the weather.
I apologize, although I had imagined you
Which-
actually.
No. We live in Gracia. There are beautiful sunny skies every day. It is very boring.
Mm,
It's
I
nice
can
to have a
imagine.
little variety.
I
You
am
tried.
not just the god of thunder. And he
No, it's
nods.
lightning too.
He nods towards the hammer that Ace has. Also the
Mhm.
god of the forge.
That you are.
And I can tell you one thing. The only way to free someone chained as I am is with the tools of the maker of the chains.
And would that
Ooh,
be Zeus?
Hephaestus.
No, it
No,
wouldn't.
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus, but we can explain.
Hephaestus is like the Grecian version of, I guess,
Me.
Thor, but less fighter.
And
More
The
sleazy.
only
less-
things
To clean me up a little more.
the only thing Zeus is good at creating is bastards.
Hmm. Yeah.
How are you?
we still need help. If we are not to be able to free you until our goals are complete, or at least a subsection of our goals are complete. Do you have any other suggestions? Hi, Greg. Divine assistance would be most gratefully received from any quarter. Well, almost any.
I am not the only god in Athens who hates Zeus.
True.
Care to give us a name?
I know one. I don't want to say it out loud for risk of upsetting someone, but I have an idea.
Okay.
Whisper it in my.
I just go, Hermes.
Oh yeah.
I must leave you now.
We understand.
But while you are staying in Athens, you can always find me here.
We'll be sure to come again.
There will be fewer opponents now that the great prize has been taken.
Would you like us to bring you a decent drink?
Something to eat.
An entire pig? We could bring you a pig?
I am well fed
You
and
don't
kept
look it.
in much drink by Dionysus.
Of course.
No.
Maybe ease up on the drink? And that's coming from me? And to put that into perspective, I drank from your brother's cup earlier.
At this,
And
he
that is
looks,
not an innuendo.
At this, he looks impressed. You can travel to Balder?
Not that
Other
brother. He is here. We told you this. Or we tried to make it clear without... Your
He
brother's
actually told us to come compete against you.
He knew we wished to speak with you and advised it was probably the best way, and was correct.
Trying to kill me again?
I don't think so. He knew we
I
would
think
not
he
do
knew
that.
our intention. He sort of owes us.
Mm.
A debt to Loki is better never paid. A debt from Loki is better never to accept.
Unfortunately, we are already in that position and need all the help we can get.
I already owe so much to so many people.
Let him
You have-
know then if you see him.
Mm-hmm. It's on site.
That introducing you has allowed him one visit without me wringing his neck.
We'll be sure to make him aware.
We'll let him know.
Should our paths cross again?
Probably.
Ace, come on. They will.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my god, he's also your uncle.
Well met, Ace, Dice, Oriana.
Killed Ace.
Just patting Ace on the back.
Literally choking on my tea. It's like legitimately didn't occur to me.
And he
Oh,
he
good
looks at
God.
he looks at the Reverend after naming you all, apart from the Reverend, and just Forge Bane.
Pardon?
You will understand. And you, Dice, as you've been the only one to see it, see the chain being pulled taut.
Looks like your time is up.
Yes.
If you want to piss him off, mention his wife.
Not
Didn't we
again.
have a couple?
Not again. I would have paid to see that.
I would pay not to remember.
I would imagine so.
Zeus has greater power here over the things that I do.
I can't wait till we bring that down that divide and his wife comes back.
Uh,
Or maybe I can, because she tends to be very victim blamey.
Good night, everyone.
yeah.
Good night.
Take care, Uncle.
Good night,
We'll,
Thor.
And also, Oriana,
see you again soon.
Yes.
when it comes to the wives of powerful men, do not believe the stories written about them by other men.
Oh no, I know.
An interesting point.
And she walks off. He walks off.
She?
And as
Thought
he
this
gets
for the last little bit.
as he
No.
gets to where you saw the chain disappearing before, Dice,
Yeah.
Thor begins to fade. Until, as he continues walking, just completely disappears. And you are left alone, sitting up against one wall, but down in the arena.
So, bring some back to the ship.
Joe?
Sure.
Hey, Rev, you are 10,000 gold better off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, you paid the stake. I can't.
No, it's fine. We won.
What did
We
I
won.
say?
It's
I
fine.
also
We
we
split
got
it equally.
We've already
10,000
paid you back.
each, and I took my original stake back, so there's
Yeah.
nothing owing from that amount. So I got 15,000, and then you had 10 because you did not put your own stake in. So it is all fair.
because you got some good shots off on Thor. So
Thank you. I do what I can.
there we go. Are we? Yeah, we're heading back to the ship. We're not going to investigate anything else tonight, no.
Yeah.
No, we need a plan for the next bit. Because I think
And we can't go to court over the weekend. Or Reverend can't go to court over the weekend.
I
well,
would certainly prefer to avoid it.
we are eventually. You know what? We'll talk about it on the boat, and
Oh, let's go home.
start walking back
The ship
towards
is
the boat.
home now. Let's go home.
Let's go home. Nice home.
We'll stop and grab some stuff in the market on the way back, if it's still open.
You make your way then from the arena back through the market, which is still open into the night. Many people still reveling in the very late festival to Zeus, which appears to be 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You find drinks, fresh food, and eventually make your way back to the ship, which is exactly as you left it. As you get on the ship, the gnomes are in a small kind of dog pile in the middle of the deck. Many of them look to have been sunbathing throughout the day. Massive open space, like in the center of all of these like warehouses, allowing enough sun in that they've just been sunning themselves and drinking all day. None of the required maintenance or cleaning of the ship has been done in any way.
That's right.
But they're out there after being slaves of the Elven Empire for God knows how long. They're living their best lives.
Hey, everyone is entitled to a holiday.
But
As we get on,
yeah, you will find your way back to the ship.
As we get on, can I, Aurelia,
Yes, Dice.
can we be overheard by any type of scrying or investigation while on this boat?
Normally, yes, but I can divert the energies of the elements bound in the ship to... How do I put this? Create interference.
That would be wonderful.
Very well. And you see, akin to the first time that you went high above the clouds where the air was thin and you saw a kind of bubble around the ship, kind of created by the air elemental, just holding enough oxygen in for you to survive. Up there, you see this bubble kind of envelop the ship, but now it is a kind of rainbow of colours. And it just spreads out all over the ship and muffles the sound of the city around you. So there's just a low hum of noise.
Perfect. I think we can probably speak freely while here. So,
Ace is going to lay down whilst we talk. They're still very sore.
having a day.
Yeah.
Right, Ace is like very like if we were talking about damage done and how the enemies were looking in a fight, Ace is fucked up.
Yeah.
Dice is just hurt.
Yeah.
Ace is fucked up.
Ace has got like a black eye, fucking swollen lip.
How's the Reverend doing?
The
Fine.
Reverend is spotless. Same as
Of course.
Oriana.
Yeah.
Yep. We didn't get close enough. And then I counterspelled something that might have affected us.
It went very well.
You know, you would have thought that fighting a god would be like a deadly encounter, but
Oh, don't start.
I guess not.
I don't think he was really trying that hard. I think he wanted to talk to us.
He was curious.
I never said this was going to be a deadly encounter.
You didn't say it was.
Oriana's going to grab some snacks and a bottle of wine and head to her room.
Yeah, he's nice. No, don't wander off.
Why?
Because I muted it so that we can work out a plan for tomorrow. That's what this whirly is for.
Okay, then.
I promise it won't take too long. Just stay for a second, okay?
Okay.
So, we need divine support. We are eventually, I think, going to have to face Hephaestus in order to get the tools to break Thor's chains. Or we have to negotiate with Zeus to break Thor's chains. I know which I believe will be more successful. And perhaps we can negotiate for the bargain once Hephaestus is no longer a problem.
Yeah.
It gives us more leverage. However, we still need divine assistance in order to deal with this myth, particularly now that we believe he has been working with the elves. Greg, you won't have this, but there's within Thor's chain, there's a line of green crystal running through it.
Mm-hmm.
Which made Oriana and I suspect that
That's with the Empire, and the war might be a front.
Okay.
Or there is a war, but Hephaestus is trying to undermine Zeus.
so.
I mean, I can't say I'm against that.
I'm against it if it results in a lot of gods dying.
Yeah, Festus kind of sucks, honestly.
So Rev, do you think we could maybe get an audience with Hermes?
Mm. I can ask. He's been very communicative of late.
I hoped he might be willing to speak with us, because of the deaths, and we believe we know the perpetrator, so maybe.
He's definitely invested in discovering the cause of the disappearances.
We can let him know what we know.
It couldn't hurt.
Okay.
Because if he can't help, maybe his clerics can.
Maybe.
It's much
So-
better to go up against a god with an army than it is to go up against a god with.
So what is
4
the
people.
actual plan for
I
tomorrow?
learned that today.
We try and get hold of Hermes.
Okay.
Head to the temple.
Maybe contact Aphrodite?
I think so. I think that would make sense. It is her husband after all, and she is next on the hit list and has, 2 days left?
Yeah.
Will she speak to us?
If we tell her she has 2 days left, probably.
We can try.
Yeah. You need to be careful with how you approach that kind of news. Aphrodite can be mighty prickly if we imply that she's not capable
I know.
in
I'm
any
sure
way.
she's more than capable.
Well, yeah, but it's if we were to say, "Hey, someone's gonna murder you," she might
Perhaps-
take that as a slight against her own ability to protect herself.
Hmm.
Perhaps we could start with, we have information relating to the loss of Athena. And we explain the situation, and then we end with, we received information as well that perhaps you could be the next target. That way we're not implying any lack of ability on her part, merely giving her the
Or we can
information
tell
we
her
have
that
received.
we talked to Hades, and Hades has said that her thread ends soon.
No, one of her threads ends soon.
Yes.
Yeah,
As you say
It's,
this, the door opens. And in
On the
walks... have you gone below deck? Are you in a room, or are you just on the deck?
I thought we were just sitting on the deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Door
so
does
we've
not
got
open then. As you say this, you hear a thud from behind you. And you
Oh,
look
God.
towards the dog pile of drunken gnomes. And one kind of stands. But it's strange. He stands as if pulled up by puppet strings, his head lolling to one side, his mouth open, and he kind of snorts, still asleep.
Well, that's creepy.
And then his head kind of rocks up, and then falls forward, and his eyes open, and they are glowing white-green. And Oriana, even without your eyes of the grave, you can see this aura about the gnome as he is possessed.
Put him down. Let him go.
I do not think, Oriana, that you wish for me to release him so quickly. I have a message for you. And it is Zeus. Sorry, not Zeus. Hades.
Ah,
Like
sorry.
Zeus.
Somebody else for a second.
It's Hades. I do not know how or what you have done. But Aphrodite's thread is solid.
Hmm.
Aphrodite will live, at least for a while.
Now, what did we do to affect that?
All we did was speak to Thor and Sepsis. That's literally the only people we've spoken to aside from you since we left you.
Unless Sepsis worked out that we knew who was next, and although we don't even know what Sepsis' involvement is in all this, really.
Are there any other gods' threads that have reduced in length?
I cannot see the rest of the Grecian pantheon on the other side of the Divine Gate. But on this side, no.
Okay.
What about
Safe.
other gods outside of the pantheon?
I do not.
So,
I do not keep an eye, but I can look.
We'd
Do you
appreciate
check?
that.
The eyes stop glowing, and the gnome immediately face plants the deck.
Oh,
baby. I roll him back into his pile.
He kind of like, what the fuck was that?
you fell off the pile.
You rolled.
Oh,
Are you okay?
I, I, I think so. Ow!
No.
Oh, you're back. I can't remember what I was going to say, but some other gnomes came
Mm-hmm.
earlier. They said you wanted them to come meet us, so we gave them a drink, and then they gave us a drink, and then he points back at the other gnomes,
That's
and
the pile of gnomes.
That's what we expected to happen.
it was a good day. It was a good
Oh,
crack.
good.
That's what I was aiming for. Good.
Suddenly
Beat
his
Thor in a
body
fight.
goes rigid again,
Oh, here we go.
Oh
and
no.
his eyes begin to glow.
Yeah, I'm going to put my hands either side of him this time so it doesn't fall on his face.
Thor's thread is frayed.
I suspected as much.
Well, Sebs has witnessed us talking to Thor and has decided.
Or Thor is
Change
no longer
checked.
useful to Zeus.
There was also a quite a crowd today, so it could be either.
I once checked Thor's thread when I knew that you were traveling, or my favorite would be traveling with a paladin of Thor. And it always seemed so strong, indomitable, protected by some strange metallic shield.
Oh. I'm just gonna look at Minolni.
That shield is gone.
We're going to need to deal with this quite promptly, I think.
Yes.
Mhm.
In the morning.
In the morning.
In the
In
morning.
the afternoon,
Sorry.
So we have until the afternoon?
what you have done may have saved Aphrodite,
And sacrifice Thor.
but it may doom another.
Ah,
Right, okay.
nothing's
When
that
it's-
straightforward.
If we get up very early, we go straight to the Temple of Hermes, then hopefully that will be enough, and then we'll just have to go and face Hephaestus, and that'll be fine. You know, we've done worse. Maybe
The
maybe we
place,
grab Loki on the way. Maybe he comes.
the place
We
they
can
will
certainly
fall is the same.
Up on Olympus.
Not on.
In. The only way that Thor could get into Olympus is if Zeus took him there. Because of the chain.
So did they? If Hephaestus wants to work on the chain, or...
Yeah, it's very easy to transport him there, right?
Yeah, he goes where he's told to.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay. This is really shitty news, Heidi. Useful, but you know, shitty news.
Originally, I thought I was bringing good news. I am sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay. We're better having this information than not.
Also, it's good news for Aphrodite. That's nice.
And we don't shoot the messenger.
No. No, although you did drop our gnome on his face.
I must now leave him any longer, and he will stop drawing breath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't do that.
No, we're quite fond of them.
I can't explain to the others why one of them just died suddenly.
Though the amount of alcohol in his blood, it would not be a hard explanation.
Yeah, that's normal.
Farewell. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
And the
Bye,
gnome
Hades.
falls forward, kind of unconscious. Oh, God, I feel like shit. Oh.
I did catch him, Rich, as he went.
Yeah.
and then laying back down.
Why? I'm going back to bed.
What a great idea. Feel better. Pat, pat.
He's out. Just gone.
Laying back down on the pile.
Yeah, passes
I
out.
sort of, I tuck him onto the arm of another gnome so they're cuddling, so they're warm. Little blanket.
I think there's enough alcohol in them to keep
Yeah, I
them
was
warm.
gonna say, I think the booze will keep him warming up.
We all know that is not true warmth. You can end up very chilly when the alcohol wears off. Tuck, tuck.
Am I okay to go to my room now?
Sure, we have to get up really early. We've got a lot
Yeah.
to do.
Gonna need all the rest we can get.
And we definitely can't fight like this, so.
No.
We've got a lot to do
Aye.
tomorrow.
We'll see you in the morning.
When we? And I will also go to bed.
Yeah. Ace is gonna sort of also go to bed, but before, if they have time beforehand, can they make any repairs to their armor?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Yeah, speaking of time beforehand, bro, I was hoping that the Reverend might be able to grab some time to read the manual.
Yeah. You spent a good part of like a week and a half just flying, doing nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say by now you've read it.
Oh, thank you.
Because, yeah, it takes, 40 hours, but at the same time, you did spend a substantial amount of time just doing nothing but sitting on a boat.
Look, I will do the changes I need to do for that, then thank you.
Cool.
Ariana's going to go to her room, pour herself a glass of wine, and take out her tarot cards, and then proceed to throw them into a fire and get rid of them. And then she's going to sit on her bed and cast Dark Dreams.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Who is the target of your dark dreams?
And Kane.
Okay. There we go.
Oh my god, you could have tried for sepsis.
No.
I would not advise that.
No, I don't think antagonizing is gonna help.
Okay. What did I say Dark Dreams did?
Because it's in a really long time.
It's got a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw for NK.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that is going to be a 9.
Oh wow.
That's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
I will send him a dark dream. I want to show him the truth of what the elves in the Empire have been doing.
Okay.
And the truth about Benkin and what was happening when he was separated before Benkin killed him. I basically want to send him on a bit of a guilt trip and make him question the Empire and decisions that have been made.
Am I the baddie?
I'm going to send him on a fast forward through and showing what the elves actually, what the Inquisitor actually looks like.
Okay.
And like, this is what you're fighting for, this is what you're defending.
Okay.
Good for you.
Roll 2d. Well, hang on, no. Because you are fifth. Roll 5d4 for me as well, then.
For some psychological damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
8.
Okay. And because they
I
failed.
don't actually want to hurt him.
That's cool. That's literally just from being hit by the spell.
Yeah.
If you don't want to hurt him, you don't need to do it. You don't need to do it again because he failed. You can literally keep doing it as much as you want.
No, I don't want to keep hurting him.
Okay.
Doesn't benefit me in any way.
If
But
you,
I do want.
If, however, if then you do not keep hurting him, you are fully aware that he cannot wake from the dream until he would rise naturally. So he is stuck in this retelling of the Empire's worst atrocities for 8 hours.
Sounds great.
But I'm present as well.
Mm.
But I think if I pull away, he comes out of it. It appears in the target stream and can converse
Yeah.
with the target along with the means.
Yeah, because otherwise Charlie's not going to get any rest.
No, you would. You'd just be sleeping in a trance. You'd be fine.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Can he converse with me in it?
No.
No, he can just see me, and I
Yeah.
can tell him.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show him as well. Ben King asking me to try and understand Anne Kane.
Okay.
Like I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I need you to know the truth.
Okay.
And then I'll go to sleep.
Cool. And as you will go to sleep then, some of you worrying about what you have to do tomorrow, some of you reeling from finding out not your lineage, blood lineage anyway, but the family you appear to be adopted into. We will end the session there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And then, yeah, because
Big session.
because of actions you have taken, you have greatly accelerated the Gratian timeline. So well done.
Nay.
So instead
Good
of
about.
instead of
My
a,
new uncle in danger.
instead of a session of chatting and like making friends, next week shit's gonna kick off.
Yeah.
Yay!
Woohoo! But
Honestly,
yes,
not unusual for
Okay.
us.
no. To be fair, through
Nice try.
Greg's random actions blowing up that crystal heart, you accelerated the timeline of the entire fucking campaign. So, you know, go you guys.
You know, it sure does feel like a milestone. I'm just saying. You know, this fight coming up and having that conversation with Thor and Ace finding out their origin story a little bit. You know, that sure does feel like a milestone. I'm just saying.
You can ask me or tell me it's a milestone as much as you want. Biggie can say it's a milestone as much as he wants. I know when
Ian
the
as
next
well
mile-
has said that we
yeah?
should level up.
Yeah, we should definitely know that.
I know when the next milestone is. And it
Ah.
is not yet.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had, you know, more abilities going into this fight?
You are level 15. I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's very
But yes,
My meager 22 hit points.
against a god that was already weakened. Yeah, fantastic. Bodes well.
shut up, Sparky. You've only been here for like 5 seconds. Go away.
Did sound like a milestone.
But yes.
More.
Yes, thank you. Obviously, everyone who's watching, I hope you enjoyed. I know I always enjoy. I especially enjoy it, obviously, when we have a full party. Because Greg has been here the entire time, obviously, you can see.
Definitely.
But yes.
Sorry, the baby's sick. I'm sorry.
Poor Babin.
He's not sleeping very well at all.
But we got Oriana and we got Greg for increments.
Yes.
But yes, this week, lots and lots of Dungeons & Dragons content. So we have When Glory Is Not Enough tomorrow. I believe we have another Fables on Tuesday. We have Spelljammer, and it will work because all the settings are right, and I'm not going to restart my computer before next session. If all their cameras are frozen, you can deal with it. You can just listen to them instead of looking at them. To be fair, it's why I decided to try and start the stream last time. All their cameras are frozen, but the faces they had were wonderful, and I think everyone would have very much enjoyed it. But then I decided to mute myself for my 10-minute intro spiel and lost my head and decided to end the stream there. But yes.
Went for a nice lie down.
I did. I hugged Finn and Amelia and went for a bit of a... but yes, we're back now, and this week is going to be full of D&D content. Extra special week, actually, because we have the beginning of our new sponsored campaign from Dungeon in a Box. Session 1 is on Friday with a brand new group of people, and I, for the first time ever, get a DM for Heavyweight himself.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I get a DM for Heavyweight himself. One member of the party. The rest of them, one you may obviously recognise. The rest of them are new to the, well, haven't streamed with us before, but are or have been members of the community for a while. Yes, Jellysaurus, yes. I can't wait. Very much looking forward to it.
Is another thing. Hang out in the community and join the Discords, either ours or the Heavyweight RPG Discord. We do call out for new players.
Yes.
For new things.
You will
Could end up playing with us.
If you join the Discord and sit still long enough, we will rope you into a game. That's how it works, right? So yes, this Friday, session 1 of Dungeon in a Box. They're a lot of the content they put together, the adventure supplements that they make, the monthly adventure supplements, are fantastic. There's an incredible amount of information in it for me as the dungeon master. It's going to be genuinely the easiest campaign I've ever run, I think, because it's just so detailed. But yes, very, very, very much looking forward to it. So join us on Friday for session 1 of that. Apart from that, though, as always, thank you very much to those who have watched. Thank you very much to those who will watch. Take care. Stay safe. We love you guys. And we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.